The Minnesota Twins are on the air.
September 22nd, 1968. Tovar's talents. The 1968 Twins were poised to contend for the American League West Division title with a roster that included the likes of Harmon Killebrew, Rod Carew, Tony Oliva, and Jim Cott. But the club never found their footing and were more than 20 games out of contention by the start of September. For the final home game of the year, the Twins announced that utility man César Tovar would make Twins history by playing all 9 positions as reported on the pregame show by Randy Merriman.
Well, now let me tell you, friends, there's a large crowd gathering here at Metropolitan Stadium right now. And the reason, of course, is with a final farewell salute to the 1968 Twins, and also to pay their respects and to cheer for a mighty plucky little guy in a baseball uniform, number 12, César Tovar. César, as you know, will be playing 9 positions, playing all positions on the baseball field this afternoon for the Twins, and the second man in the American League ever to do it. And today he will have as an added audience Campy Campaneris of the Oakland Athletics, who did it once before.
Herb Carneal and Halsey Hall take us through the history of Tovar starting the game on the mound and facing the only other player to ever play all 9 positions in a game, Bert Campaneris.
And Tovar's first pitch in history is a called strike, a curveball to Campaneris. And Herb, come on in, Carney. This is an experience.
Here we go. It's a foul off to the left of the plate. Strike 2. Well, as I think Halsey mentioned, if nothing else, Tovar set a record for time in getting to the mound from the bullpen. He warmed up out there, but he ran in from the bullpen. 0-2 now to Bert Campaneris. And the pitch to him is swung on. It's popped high in the air off third base. And it is caught over there. 1 away. A high foul. Caught by Ron Clark over towards the Oakland dugout. Here's Reggie Jackson, the Oakland right fielder, left-handed batter. He swings and misses. 1 strike. It looked like Cesar's sinker ball. He says that's his best pitch.
I thought he said a knuckler.
Oh, he's been working on a knuckler, but, well, maybe he improved it so that he thinks that's his best pitch now. But there's a breaking ball low and inside, 1-1. And he sidearms him, and it's an inside fastball. 2-1. Takes inside for ball 3.
That's
3-1.
Got to be Cesar's biggest worry, of course, is control to a big league batter. But he hasn't been far off.
Oh, he gives him a triple pump. How about that one? Swing and a miss. 3-2. He tired Jackson out waiting for that one.
I know you good folks have seen Tovar throw across the infield. He can throw hard.
1 out and nobody on as César Tovar starting on the mound for the Twins. Now has a full count to Reggie Jackson. Boy, he's got a sweeping motion out there. And here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive that is foul outside of first. 3-2.
He's generating steam, Herb.
That's sort of a variation on the old fighter's explanation of how he was going to dazzle his opponent with footwork. Cesar's dazzling him with his windup. 1 out and none on, and 3-2 to Jackson. Okay, here's his windup. 1 pump, 2, and the pitch on the way. Swinging and a miss. He struck him out. Oh.
That ball did something.
It went right by Jackson's bat. Well, here's Danny Cater. 0-0 here in the first inning with Tovar doing a good job out there. And he gets a strike on the outside corner to Bando. 2-1 now.
I imagine this is the toughest thing for Cesar going into the stance.
And the pitch. Sidearm fastball is popped up, foul by the Twins dugout. Nettles has a play on it, and he makes the catch. And how about that, Tovar? They didn't get a ball out of the infield on him. And he had a strikeout. One left on, a half an inning. Oakland nothing, and the Twins coming up.
11,340 fans at the Met continued to be entertained by Tovar as he moved behind the plate.
Oh boy, here comes Tovar with, as Giuliani says, the tools of ignorance. The catching paraphernalia. Don't get hurt, Caesar. And Tom Hall is pitching.
For the Twins, now batting in the number 9 position, number 21, Tom Hall. Now pitching, number 12, César Tovar.
Hall is 1-1 on starts. He beat Washington and lost to Chicago.
Attention, Brett. Nettles was hit in the right wrist and forearm.
Yeah, you're right, Herb. The report on Nettles is the right wrist and forearm. He's sort of holding them gingerly down there. Hey, Tovar just made a good throw to second base. This gang likes to run, and they might try running on him. Of course, Hall, being a left-hander, could nullify some of the leads. Well, Caesar just got through taking the signs. Now he's giving them.
Mike Hirschberger, the left fielder, right-handed batter. He's off to a very slow start as far as his hitting, but he's brought his average up steadily. Oh, there's one up over his head, and it's ball 2. 2-0 to count. But Caesar's really talking it up back there. He walked out in front of the plate and shook his fist at Tommy Hall and says, "Throw the ball to me, not up there." 2-0 to count. No score in the second inning. And the pitch is low. 3-0. I was just thinking, Halsey, this could very well be another first, you know. It might be the first time in history of baseball that the catcher's paraphernalia weighed more than he did. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 3-1.
In the third inning, Tovar moved to first base, where he made the defensive play of the day off the bat of A's slugger and future Hall of Famer Reggie Jackson.
Here's the pitch, swung on a ground ball, and it's a diving stop by Tovar. He throws to Hall, he got him. Tovar made a diving stop right on his stomach to get that ball. Got up in time to throw to Tommy Hall for the putout. Well, so far, Caesar's doing it all. Pitching, catching, and playing first.
He wasn't just doing it in the field either, as Tovar led off the bottom half of the third inning.
And the first baseman's leading off for the Twins here in the last half of the third inning. César Tovar. He had a walk in the first inning of the game and takes a strike outside corner, knee high, 0-1.
First base umpire is Bill Haller. Then it's Jerry Newdecker and Larry Knapp.
Swing and a foul back. 2 strikes. Clark on deck, and then Nettles due up. John Blumel and Odom now with a 2-strike count to Tovar. And the pitch. Way outside the ball. 1-2. 3 years ago, when Campy Campaneris played an inning at each position, he went about the routine a little differently. He pitched the 8th inning of the game and then caught the 9th inning, and it was probably, well, you never know, but it might have been the best way to do it for him that day, although he did get hurt as a catcher in the 9th inning and actually had to leave the ball game. Here's the 1-2 pitch, a double pump by Odom, and it swung on and lined out into right center, a base hit. Tovar has a single to right center. Hit number 2 for the Twins. Runner goes, the pitch is outside, and the ball is dropped as Pagliarone wants to throw. the ball slipped out of his hand. So Tovar goes down there with a stolen base.
Tovar would score the game's first run on Bob Allison's triple before Tovar moved to second base in the fourth inning.
The latest shift, though.
The latest shift now is Tovar to second, Hernandez to first, and Carew to short. I think this is done with a lot of interest on the part of the bosses because they want to see Carew at shortstop.
Here's a pop-up, and guess who's under it? César Tovar. Out near second, he makes the catch.
Well, he's had a chance every inning. I wonder if that would be something, wouldn't it?
It just seems to attract that baseball.
Tovar continued to move around the diamond as he played short in the fifth, third in the sixth, and made two more putouts in left field in the seventh.
Tommy Hall's pitch to him. Fastball swung on. There's a high drive in the left field. It's carrying deep near the fence. Tovar back there and makes the catch on the warning track. A long drive caught by Tovar. 3 up and 3 down. And so at the end of 6 1/2, it's the Twins 2 and Oakland nothing.
Tovar had 5 putouts and 1 assist in the field over the course of the day as he played center in the 8th and completed the feat by playing right field in the 9th inning.
And Tovar in right field and Holt in center. Allison in left. And on the Twinsogram, congrats, Caesar, for a job well done, and 4 exclamation marks.
In a day that perfectly encapsulated Tovar's talents, teammates like Rod Carew talked about why Caesar was named the team MVP in the 1968 season.
He did it all. You know, he pitched, he played first base, second base, caught. I told him, I said, "You're not going behind the plate, are you? See, you got to be crazy." He said, "Oh, no, me can do that. Me can do that. I know." I said, "Okay, don't get hurt."
That's this week's Tale of the Tape.
Play ball! The Merle Harmon Show, brought to you by Harmon Glass, the complete glass center for automobile, home, and business. And by your Dutch Boy paint dealer in the Twin Cities area. Whatever your painting job, remember, Dutch Boy quality makes the difference. And now, here's Merle.
Metropolitan Stadium, final game of the season. The Oakland A's and the Minnesota Twins. We hope you'll be able to come out this afternoon for the finale. And before it gets underway, we're going to visit with umpire Larry Knapp. You know, in almost every part of life, this is the age of the specialist. Now, that goes for painting, too. Dutch Boy paints, for example, have a particular kind of paint for almost any job that you have in mind. Now, if a room or two you want to take care of quickly, easily, and economically, well, then you want Dutch Boy Nowplex. This is the amazing new latex wall paint with the built-in second coat. You roll it on just once, and it looks like 2 coats. Sure as my name is Merle Harmon. Just 30 minutes after you apply Dutch Boy Nowplex, it's dry. You can move the furniture back in place right away. So visit your nearby Dutch Boy dealer, see the beautiful range of colors in which Nowplex is available. And remember, when you pick Dutch Boy, you get the brand that's backed by nearly 200 years of experience. See the Howard Lumber Company in downtown Robbinsdale, or see Bloomquist Paint and Supply in the Hillcrest Shopping Center and on Payne Avenue in St. Paul. Larry Knapp is a veteran umpire of the American League. And for quite a long time, Larry, you had 2 careers, I know. You refereed boxing. When did you give that up?
I gave it up about 8 years ago. I was told to give it up. I wasn't, not of my choice. I was told to give it up. And I don't want to mention too much about it, but I was told to give it up because that was one of my first loves. As you know, I used to be a professional boxer in my teenage days, and I loved it. It was one of my first loves. And I got a big kick out of it because it didn't pay as much because boxing was really down. But it was something I could do during the wintertime.
Larry, I didn't know that you had been a boxer. No wonder you don't have any arguments with ball players.
Oh, I have my share.
Larry, boxing, something happened to boxing. You've been close to it. You say you love it. What did happen?
I think the little box, the television box, actually ruined boxing. In New York at one time, it was on every day. There was a boxing show on every day. And in New York, we had... say, from Monday nights, we had St. Nick's, and Tuesday night, we had Sunnyside. Wednesday night, we had another show. We had a show every night of boxing, and people got, I guess, kind of sick of it.
Can it ever come back?
Well, I tell you, Cassius Clay would have brought boxing back, but he got on the wrong foot with somebody else, and that'll really hurt us. But it'll come back again. It'll come back again because people now really love style for boxing.
Now, Larry, let's go back to what you're doing now and doing very well, umpiring in the American League. Question: Wouldn't it be? Let me see. I want to put this the right way. Wouldn't it create a little more interest for the umpires to tolerate a few more arguments with the ball players? I mean, fan interest.
No, I don't think so. As far as the umpires are concerned, they'd like to go out on that ball field and not have one argument. And when they get back in the dressing room, it's just like a ball player going 4 for 4. We don't have any arguments and that sort, and it's pretty good. Baseball, for umpiring, it's so much better than when I first come in. The younger umpires are getting instructed much better, and they're more intelligent, and they seem to get in more positions, and they seem to listen more than the old-timers did years back.
Well, Larry, I thought I could pick an argument with you myself, but I guess I can't. We want to wish you the very best, and it's always great to see you, and we're certainly going to look forward to seeing you again next year.
Thank you, Merle. Have a good winter.
Thank you. Larry Knapp, umpire of the American League. You know, for fast autoglass replacement, see Harman Glass. Now, we have the Northwest's largest inventory of glass for American and foreign cars. No waiting. It's replaced while you wait right in your own driveway. For free pickup, delivery, and written guarantee for the fastest autoglass service, call Harman Glass. Look under glass in the yellow pages. Don't forget the name Harman. Now, on behalf of Harman Glass Company and Dutch Boy Paints, we certainly have appreciated working for these fine firms on our pregame show for the home games this year. Now, stay tuned for the Cal Irmer Show.
The Merle Harmon Show is brought to you by Harmon Glass, your one-stop glass center for automobile, home, and business, and by your Twin Cities area Dutch Boy paint dealer. When you paint with Dutch Boy, you get more years to the gallon.
Hi again from Community Stadium, where the game between the Budgets and the Bills is in full swing. The Bills are leading the Budgets 3-0. Before the start of today's game, we talked to the manager of the Budget team, who told us the reason the Budgets haven't been scoring against the Bills was their 0-0 record. I guess he meant, not enough paycheck to pay out on payday. And here comes the Budget's manager. He's called for that strong right-handed reliever, Bill Consolidation, the best reliever the Budgets have. Yes, fans, when your budget is in trouble, call for relief with a Community Credit Bill Consolidation Loan. With relief from a bill consolidation loan, you'll have just one payment, once a month. Remember, when your budget bases are FOB, full of bills, make the big double play by paying up all those bills and get your budget back in championship shape. 26 convenient Community Credit offices ready to help your budget out of a jam.
These are the current weather conditions in the Twin Cities. Light rain showers in some areas, relative humidity 87%. Wind southeast at 12, temperature 69 degrees, CCO time 8 minutes past 1.
It's a beautiful day for a ball game today.
The final day of baseball in Metropolitan Stadium for 1968. I'm Randy Merriman to have you meet the fans in the stands, brought to you by RCA and Whirlpool dealers throughout Twinsland, and by the Blue Flame Gas Association, whose members serve dependable, economical natural gas to 500,000 Minnesota homes and businesses. Well, now, let me tell you, friends, there's a large crowd gathering here at Metropolitan Stadium right now. And the reason, of course, is with a final farewell salute to the 1968 Twins, and also to pay their respects and to cheer for a mighty plucky little guy in a baseball uniform, number 12, César Tovar. César, as you know, will be playing 9 positions, playing all positions on the baseball field this afternoon for the Twins, and the second man in the American League ever to do it. And today he will have as an added audience Campy Campaneris of the Oakland Athletics, who did it once before. In a minute, we're going to talk with not fans in the stands, but a number 1 fan of the Twins, and we'll devote our entire program to visiting with him, owner and president Calvin Griffith, to get some thoughts on the season past, as well as thoughts for the future of the Minnesota Twins. Well, say, what are you doing about keeping your home warm and comfortable this winter? Are you going to put up with cold, drafty rooms? It's a pretty chilly prospect, but now there's a sure way to put an end to your winter heating problems. The best possible way to guarantee your family a worry-free winter is with a modern natural gas heating system. No chilly, drafty rooms, because gas gives you even heat, room to room. Natural gas is also the most economical, the one fuel consistently lower than the others. Your gas furnace filters and freshens the air and controls humidity, too. Cancel all your old-fashioned heating problems. Call your gas heating specialist today for a free estimate and find out how easy and economical it is to join the thousands of Minnesota homeowners who live modern for less with gas. Well, it would probably be the greatest understatement since Noah said it looked like rain to say that Mr. Griffith is completely happy with this year. I'm certain that, like any baseball fan that buys a ticket to come to the Met, that he has a burning desire to see his team win. So, Cal, let's start out first of all by saying just what are your thoughts as far as this season is concerned? We went into it in spring training looking like we might start right out where we left off in Boston last year.
That's right, Randy. I thought on paper we had a real great ball club. Unfortunately, it just didn't gel for us. We had a lot of injuries, and we had other things that the ball players missed signs. They threw the ball away. They ran the bases wrong. They didn't hit the cutoff man. They went through all these plays in spring training, but somehow they didn't believe that they should do it during the season, so we just came up with a real bad year. And, of course, we always have, in baseball, we always have another year to look forward to.
Cal, looking back now on a winter trade that sent Zoilo and Mudcat Grant to the Dodgers in exchange for Miller and Perinoski and Roseboro. Now, a lot of people say, well, golly, I wonder if that was a good trade or not. In my way of thinking, it turned out to be a pretty good trade if you look how Zoilo and Grant are doing today as far as the Dodgers are concerned.
Well, Randy, if I had the same deal to make again for 69, I would make it. Because I feel that the three boys that we acquired from the Dodgers were an asset to the Twins. Perinoski at one spell was around the best in baseball, and Miller has pitched some real good baseball for us. And Roseboro, to me, is one of the real great catchers in baseball. He certainly is a great handler of pitches, and you have to admit that he's hit a lot of balls that were caught off of him. And if you have to have talent with a lot of luck to be a real good baseball player. And let's hope that next year, the deal that if we make one, that we can get some right-hand hitters, though.
Calvin, at the beginning of this season, and when it was first announced that there would be expansion to two six-team divisions, putting the Twins in Chicago in the Western Division, you weren't completely happy. What are your feelings about that as of right now?
Well, Randy, I'm still not really happy about the divisional setup. I like to see either Detroit or Cleveland in our section, because I think that this could be a one-way race in the division that we're in with Chicago, the Twins, and Oakland. The expansion ball clubs, there's no telling what kind of a ball club they're going to come up with, but we have made a dry run on selection for the new ball clubs, and we feel that they'll come up with 15 Major League ball players. And anytime you get 15 Major League ball players on any one ball club, you come up with a pretty good ball club.
The draft takes place now on October 15th.
That's correct. It's going to take place in Boston, Massachusetts, and I feel it's going to take at least a couple of days to get the thing over with, because there's going to be a lot of analyzations on everything else. Our biggest problem is not getting the 15 on paper that we will protect. There's the three ball players that we want to bring in to reserve for our future. And of course, I feel right at this time that after this year and losing the pennant last year on the last day of the season, that we're going to have to rebuild our ball club some way.
Well, now that would lead right up to the next question. And just how many players do you think we are away from having a top contender such as you've had in the years past?
Well, I tell you, we could stand two more right-hand hitters. And of course, we're looking for a shortstop. Rennick has all the potentiality of being a good ball player, but unfortunately, right at this time, he's got a little hitch in his swing, and I understand Killebrew has been working with him, and he does look much improved up there, and we're going to send him down to our instructional league and have him hit the balls to center field and to right field to get his arms away from his body. And if he can accomplish something like that during his instructional league, we'll have a shortstop right here. But, of course, you always have to have a couple of shortstops, so we're always looking around, and we're looking for maybe a trade if we can get one in.
Now, getting back to that, just for a brief point, speaking of the trade, do you think the expansion will be a catalyst for more trading between the established clubs this year than before?
Well, right at this time, Randy, I know a lot of clubs, the established ball clubs, are trying to make trades. But I don't know if it's going to be a good thing or not, because we're no mind readers, and we have no idea what the new clubs are going to select from us. They may go for all young pitchers off of our ball club or something like that, or may take 3 or 4 outfielders from us. So I think it'd be better for me to wait until the expansion draft is consummated and then get back into really doing some dealing for baseball players.
In just a minute, Calvin, I'm going to ask you about your future plans as far as management of the Twins is concerned. Well, now, this is it, fans. This weekend marks the end of the Twins' homestand season. Yes, it's the kind of one season, but it's the end, rather, of one season, but the start of another. If you've been following the big announcement ads and TV guide in your newspaper and on every network channel, you know that this weekend starts the biggest fall and winter color TV season in history. If there ever was a right time to buy RCA color TV, this has to be it. Dozens of new nighttime shows, the World Series just ahead, football, and a feature movie every night. All yours to enjoy in beautiful living color on RCA. There's no need to wait either, because the 69s are here right now at your RCA dealer. Color so automatic it fine-tunes itself. Color so perfect that RCA guarantees the picture tube for 2 full years. And best of all, color so inexpensive it can now be enjoyed by everybody for just $299.95. Buys America's first choice in color TV, RCA, at your nearby RCA dealer. Well, win or lose, fans, it's been a great season for Fan in the Stands. Thanks to all of you and to our good friends, your RCA and Whirlpool dealers. We'll see you again next year, same place, same station, with the same friendly sponsors. Well, now, Calvin, I know that the broadcasters and the press have all been pressuring you about your manager, if there's to be a change or not. Have you any statement that you want to make on this at this time?
Well, Randy, right at this present time, I do not know actually we're going to change managers. Cal has good things going for him, and he's got a lot of bad things. And we just have to analyze the whole situation. I've had 4 or 5 meetings with my vice presidents and my farm department and everything else. But we're still going to analyze it next week, and I'll come up with a decision right after the season.
Calvin, I want to thank you on behalf of WCCO Radio, Larry Jago, myself, and all of our broadcasters on the Twins for your great public relations and your courtesy to letting us bring our microphones in here and giving the fans their chance to speak up on the air favorably or brickbats or bouquets about baseball, the Twins, us, or anything else. Calvin, thank you very much.
Well, thank you, and I tell you, I'm one of your real good fans because I certainly enjoy listening to your fans in the stand give us some ideas.
Thank you, Calvin. And as this season ends, I know that the Twins are going to be out visiting you in your area, inviting you to the great season forthcoming in 1969. And remember, always the best way to enjoy a baseball game is to be a fan in the stands.
The newest idea in retirement communities is at Madonna Towers in Rochester. Madonna Towers is operated on a non-profit, non-sectarian basis by the Oblate Fathers and is the answer to lifetime care, offering many years of gracious living. A lifetime membership at Madonna Towers can be arranged for less than $5,000 and varies according to age and monthly rates. Small monthly care charges from $195 and up will cover all community services, including maid service, meals, 24-hour nursing care if needed. Free inspection tours are available to Rochester every week from the Twin Cities. To make your reservation to see Madonna Towers firsthand, call the Madonna Towers Twin Cities office at 544-2966 or call Madonna Towers in Rochester Collect. Madonna Towers, the gateway to enjoyment in the later years, combines high-rise apartments along with adjacent townhouses. Discover Madonna Towers. It may well be the kind of gracious and active living you've always dreamed about. For your free inspection tour, call Madonna Towers Twin Cities office at 544-2966 or call Madonna Towers in Rochester Collect.
It's the Cal Irmer Show with Sid Hartman of the Minneapolis Tribune. Brought to you by Jim Christie's 2 great locations, Brookdale Chrysler Plymouth and Valley Chrysler Plymouth, where the exciting new 1969s are now being introduced at sale prices. Now to the dugout for the latest on the Twins.
Cal, we know the last few days of the season are so important with the expansion draft coming up. Everybody's trying to pick out their 15 ball players. We know you're taking a look at all these youngsters. You've taken a look at some of them. Let's go down the line and get some of your impressions of some of these youngsters. First of all, Mitterwald, what do you think of him?
Well, I think George has looked good catching. He hadn't hit as well as we thought he would. Primarily, I think, because he's been trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark instead of going through the middle and hitting to right center, center, and left center as he normally does. And I think the last time he played, he hit shots through the middle, and this is the type of hitter he's going to be, and he's going to hit a home run occasionally. I think he's got a chance to be a good one.
How about Pat Kelly, the outfielder?
Well, Pat hasn't been able to get started hitting-wise yet, but he hit over 300 at Denver and has great speed. It made a fine throw the other day to throw the man out at home plate. I think he's got a good chance also, and he can really steal a base.
Everybody was all excited about Greg Nettles, the great start he got off with at Detroit. What do you think about him?
Well, you know, Greg started off great and then came down with that bout of flu. And I think this hurt him. It made him weak and took some of his timing away. But I'm very impressed with him. I think this kid has a chance to be one of the good hitters in the American League.
Okay, Cal, we'll be back to talk more baseball in just 1 minute.
Have you heard what Jim Christie is up to now? The exciting new 1969 Plymouths, Chryslers, and Crown Imperials are being introduced now at Jim Christie's two great locations. And would you believe they're being offered at sale prices right from the very start of the new model year? Play it smart. Visit either of Jim Christie's two great locations, Brookdale Chrysler Plymouth at 6111 Osseo Road, just a few blocks northwest of Brookdale Center, or Valley Chrysler Plymouth on Cedar Avenue South and County Road 42, just 5 minutes south of Metropolitan Stadium. Yes, visit either place and see the brand new 69s. Jim Christie has more than 400 of them ready for immediate delivery. Don't pay any attention to the list prices. Jim Christie is now offering sale prices on the 69s. He's also allowing for trade-in allowances because the used car market is so hot. And he'll help arrange easy, low-cost First National financing. Well, now that you've heard what Jim Christie is doing, see the big lineup of new 69s at either of his two great locations, Brookdale Chrysler Plymouth or Valley Chrysler Plymouth.
Cal, Rick Rennick was another youngster who came up late from Denver. What about his future?
Well, Rick has outstanding power. All he has to do is make contact more often. I think he can do the job in the field. And it's the big question is the bat, and if he could keep that head and shoulder in there and watch the ball a little better and cover the plate better, I feel that he's got a chance to hit well enough to be quite an asset to this ball club.
How about some of the young pitchers? First of all, you had a chance to look at Danny Morris the other day. You started him. Do you think he has a future as a starter?
Yes, I think Danny has a chance to be a good major league pitcher, and he made great progress this past season in Denver. And any time you can win in Denver, you got a chance to pitch in the big leagues.
Why do you say that?
Well, it's a tough park. The ball carries better, and the ball shoots through that infield as fast as any infield that I've ever seen.
And what about Buzz Stephen? We talked about him before.
Well, he's got the great arm, and Buzz is just going to have to put it together and get the ball over the plate better. And when he does that, he's going to be a major league pitcher and a good one.
I suppose with each club losing 6 players in the expansion draft, these youngsters will have to play someplace, right?
Well, that's true. They're going to get a pretty good chance to play, and we have another one, Tommy Hall, who's been impressive thus far.
All right, Cal, the play-by-play of today's game is coming right up with Herb Carneal, Merle Harmon, and Halsey Hall.
The Cal Irmer Show was brought to you by Jim Christie's Brookdale Chrysler Plymouth and Valley Chrysler Plymouth. Look what Jim Christie is up to now. Sale prices on the new 1969 cars. Before the next Twins game, your host will be Western Airlines.
You can take Salem out of the country, but you can't take the country out of Salem. You can take Salem out of the country, but you can't take the country out of Salem.
Wherever you light up a Salem, you get a menthol taste that's country soft, country fresh. Take a puff. It is springtime.
You can take Salem out of the
Temperature in the Twin Cities now 69 degrees, wind southeast at 12. For every Twins home run, a case of Wheaties will be given to the players' favorite charity.
Minnesota Twins baseball is on the air. This game is brought to you by Hamm's Beer. Hamm's takes an extra step to smooth out the natural bitterness of the hops. What comes through is the smooth. Have a Hamm's, you'll taste the smoother flavor. By Safe, Sound Twin City Federal, the one savings institution in this area that has moved ahead of all the rest. Twin City Federal. By your Pure Oil dealer, who reminds you to fire up with Firebird Super, #1 name in racing gasoline. Get it at the sign of Pure. By Wheaties, Breakfast of Champions, a Big G cereal from General Mills. There's a kernel full of whole wheat energy in every Wheaties flake. And by New Blue Shield, a health care plan especially designed for you and your family. That's Shield, New Blue Shield. And now, here is Halsey Hall.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. From Metropolitan Stadium, where it's been raining, it hasn't now. They took the tarp off the field about 12 o'clock, and it's, right now it's cloudy. The sky is a slate gray. There's quite a stiff breeze. The diamond is in fair condition, and we have a surprisingly good crowd here to say goodbye to the Twins and to see César Tovar in his multiple position experiment today. We'll have temperature and so forth for you. The umpires are huddling at the plate, and we'll have the starting lineups in just a minute.
It's a lucky day today, so tuck a buck a day away. Tuck a buck today away at Twin City Federal. There's a feeling can't be beat. Having money is the lead. Tuck a buck today away at Twin City Federal.
Can you save $20 a week out of your pay? In 20 years, you'll have nearly $34,000. And over one-third will be money that your money has earned in Twin City Federal dividends based on the current passbook rate. You can create a lot of good luck by saving $20 a week.
It's a lucky day today, so tuck a buck a day away. Tuck a buck today away at Twin City Federal. There's a feeling can't be beat. Having money is the lead. Tuck a buck today away at Twin City Federal.
The Athletics, Bert Campanera, shortstop. Reggie Jackson, right field. Danny Cater, first base. Sal Bando, third base. Mike Hirschberger, left field. Dick Green, second base. Jim Pagliaroni. Pagliaroni. I suppose Pagliaroni is the perfect Italian. Catching. Rick Monday, center field. And Blue Moon Odom, pitching. Did you ever see a pitcher run in from the bullpen to take them out? Well, Tovar just did. They gave him a big hand.
Late in the first period, Vikings 7, Green Bay nothing.
César Tovar pitching. Ron Clark, third base. Rimmer has to be a juggler this time for sure because he doesn't want to take Tovar out of the game, so he has to shift people around and take someone out. Greg Nettles, first base. Bob Allison, left field. Rod Carew, second base. Jim Holt, right field. This is fun figuring who's coming out, isn't it? Jackie Hernandez, shortstop. Ted Eulander in center field. Yes, sir, for a little while anyway. And Jerry Zimmerman is catching and batting ninth. This is where you hear the Minnesota Twins during the 1968 Major League season.
From Studio St. Paul in Minneapolis at 830 WCCO. 69 degrees in the Twin Cities, wind southeast at 12.
And the temperature, fans, is 69. It's cloudy with a continuous rain threat. The wind is southeast at 12. That means it's blowing in from center field. And Tovar's first pitch in history is a called strike, a curveball to Campaneris. And Herb, come on in, Carney. This is an experience.
Here we go. It's a foul up to the left of the plate. Strike two. Well, as I think Halsey mentioned, if nothing else, Tovar set a record for time in getting to the mound from the bullpen. He warmed up out there, but he ran in from the bullpen. 0-2 now to Bert Campaneris. And the pitch to him is swung on. It's popped high in the air off third base. And it is caught over there. One away. A high foul caught by Ron Clark over towards the Oakland dugout. Hernandez at short. Carew at second. Greg Nettles at first today with Allison Eulander and Jim Holt in the outfield. Jerry Zimmerman starting behind the plate. Here's Reggie Jackson, the Oakland right fielder, left-handed batter. He swings and misses. One strike. It looked like Caesar's sinker ball. He says that's his best pitch.
Thought he said a knuckler.
Oh, he's been working on a knuckler, but, well, maybe he improved it so that he thinks that's his best pitch now. But there's a breaking ball low and inside, 1-1.
Calling the balls and strikes is Frank Umont.
And he sidearms him, and it's an inside fastball. 2-1. Campaneris, who was batting .276, is out, and Jackson batting .253. 28 home runs. Takes inside for ball three.
Yes,
3-1.
Got to be Caesar's biggest worry, of course, is control to a big league batter. But he hasn't been far off.
Oh, he gives him a triple pump. How about that one? Swing and a miss. 3-2. He tired Jackson out waiting for that one.
I know you good folks have seen Tovar throw across the infield. He can throw hard.
One out and nobody on as César Tovar starting on the mound for the Twins. Now has a full count to Reggie Jackson. Boy, he's got a sweeping motion out there. And here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive that is foul outside of first. 3-2.
He's generating steam, Herb.
That's sort of a variation on the old fighter's explanation of how he was going to dazzle his opponent with footwork. Caesar's dazzling him with his windup. One out and none on, and 3-2 to Jackson. Okay, here's his windup. One pump, two, and the pitch on the way. Swinging and a miss. He struck him out. Oh.
That ball did something.
It went right by Jackson's bat. Well, here's Danny Cater. He's had a fine year with Oakland, batting at .292, and he's still in the race for the batting title with an average of .292. Right-handed batter, 2 out and nobody on. And Tovar delivers in the dirt. Ball 1.
Tom Hall is warming up, and he'll go in next inning. Evidently, Irmer told Bob Kennedy, the Oakland manager, about the switch because he has most right-handed batters.
There's a curve outside. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch is outside. 3-0. They put a very enlightening bit of information on the Twinsogram out there, Halsey.
César Tovar, nothing and nothing, is nothing and nothing lifetime against Oakland.
Strike. 3-1. Two out and nobody on. And Tovar has retired the first 2 batters, 1 on the foul, 1 on the strikeout, and the 3-1 pitch here to Cater is outside and low. He walked it. Now the third baseman, Sal Bando, batting .253 with 9 homers and 65 runs batted in. Tovar now working out of the stretch. Delivers, and it's an inside fastball. Ball 1. Well, César, he did too well out there, Halsey. I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't want to leave the mound.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh-oh, he balked. Live and learn. César was standing on the rubber and went into a stretch. Then raised his arms up again. So it's a balk on Tovar. And the pitch. High, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Nothing. You're in the first inning with Tovar doing a good job out there. And he gets a strike on the outside corner to Bando. 2-1 now.
I imagine this is the toughest thing for César going into the stance.
And the pitch. Sidearm fastball is popped up, foul by the Twins dugout. Nettles has a play on it, and he makes the catch. How about that, Tovar? They didn't get a ball out of the infield on him. And he had a strikeout. 1 left on, a half an inning. Oakland nothing, and the Twins coming up.
Ask a professional stock car driver which gasoline is number 1 in racing, and he'll tell you Pure Oil. Pure has been supplying racing gasoline for more than half a century. And more checkered flags have been taken with Pure Firebird racing gasoline than any other brand. You see, the professionals know who to go with, who to stay with. So should you, even though you never race. Because Pure means power. And if you want power, Pure Firebird Super is your kind of gasoline, the kind you need in today's traffic. With power put there by lessons learned the hard way, at the track. So take a tip from the men who race for a living and go with a brand that's a winner. Pure Firebird Super. From the number 1 name in racing.
So, Tom Hall will come in. And César's leading off and getting a nice hand. 3 at-bats, no hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout.
For the Twins, leading off number 12, pitcher, César Tovar.
It's the first time I've ever heard that announcement in the first inning of a ball game.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
The pitcher's leading off, César Tovar. And Johnny Blue Moon Odom delivers to him. It's low for ball 1. What do you know about this fellow's hitting, Halsey? Is he a pretty good hitting pitcher?
Yeah, Tovar's a good hitting pitcher. I'll tell you what he can do. He can run.
Yeah?
He steals bases.
Says here he's batting .270.
And what, 30 stolen bases?
Here's the 1-0 pitch. And it is high and outside. Ball 2, 2-0. Ron Clark is on deck, and then Greg Nettles is due up. 0-0 in the last of the first inning. Here's Odom's pitch. Inside. Ball 3. 3-0. Johnny Blue Moon Odom has the best record on the Oakland staff. He's won 15 and lost 9, and an earned run average of .255. Fastball strike. 3-1 now. Jim Pagliarone behind the plate. Bando at third. Campaneris at short. Green at second. Cater at first. Hirschberger, Mundy, Jackson in the outfield. And the pitch is low and inside, and Tovar is on with a walk. Ron Clark comes up. Ron playing at third base. Voted this year by his teammates as the top rookie on the Twins ball club. He's batting .192 for the year with 40 hits, 13 runs batted in. The stretch by Odom and the pitch. It is high, ball 1.
Somebody's on you, Mont, from the Athletics bench.
John Blue Moon Odom takes a stand. This is his 30th start. He has 8 complete games with 15 victories. Here's the pitch. High and inside. Ball 2, 2-0 now to Clark. Rubber game of this 3-game series. The Twins departing after the game for the West Coast, where they close out the season with 3 games against the Angels in Anaheim and in 3 against the A's in Oakland. The stretch by Odom. I'll look over to first. He throws over there, and Tovar dives back. 2-0 the count out of Clark. Johnny Blue Moon Odom, who, of course, a lot of you remember, pitched in the All-Star game this past July. There he goes, and here's a pop-up towards second base, and Tovar will have to hustle back, and the ball is blown back towards the pitching mound, and it's grabbed by Danny Cato, the first baseman. The wind blowing in from center field today. Tovar was almost all the way to second as Clark pops to Cater. 1 away, and it'll bring up Greg Nettles, the first baseman. Greg is batting .226 since his recall from Denver. He's had 12 hits, and 5 have been home runs. No score in the last of the first inning. Odom, the right-hander, sets and delivers. Fastball is beaten foul at the plate. 1 strike. The Senators are leading Detroit today, 3-0 after 4. The Tigers, who have won their last 11 games. It's Camilo Pascual pitching for Washington. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And a fastball. 0-2. One on, 1 out, 2 strikes to Nettles. Bob Allison on deck. Here's the set. And the pitch. Whoa, he's hit. Nettles hit by the pitch. Might have hit him on the right arm or hand. Not sure. As he gets up, we'll be able to get a better look at him. Looks like it's his right forearm, Halsey.
Yes, I think that's what Doc's looking.
Greg goes down to first.
94th, number 4, left fielder Bob.
Tovar moves to second. And Bob Allison steps in. Bob batting .241. He has 20 home runs, tops on the ball club, and 48 runs batted in. Here's the stretch by Odom, and the right-hander's pitch. Breaking ball low outside. Ball 1. Odom a little bit wild here in the first inning. Has walked Tovar, hit Nettles. One ball and no strikes to Bob Allison. Bob's playing left field today. He'll be followed by Rod Carew. Here's a stretch by Blue Moon. A look to second. And the pitch. Swing and a little roller to first base. Backhanded by Cater. Throw down to second is in time. Nettles is forced out. Cater to the shortstop, Campaneris. On to third goes Tovar. Allison on first, and with 2 out, the batter will be Rod Carew.
Number 29, second baseman Rod Carew.
Rod batting .268. 0-0 in the last of the first inning. Runners at the corners, 2 down. And the pitch. Swing and a bounding ball to Cater. He has it and makes the play at first unassisted to retire the side. So the Twins leave 2 on, and after 1 inning now, it's Oakland nothing, the Twins nothing. Who's got the smooth? Hams has. Listen.
It's smooth going, it's smooth having a hand. It's that smooth impression that keeps refreshing you hand. That's why nothing beats the smooth. Nothing beats the smooth. But that smooth going when you're having a hand.
Have you tried it yet? Today's Hams? It's the biggest beer news since the repeal of Prohibition. Hams actually takes an extra brewing step to smooth out the natural bitterness of the hops. But it's worth the extra time and trouble, because what comes through is the smoothest beer you ever tasted. Hams, the Smooth, America's classic premium beer.
This would be a good time for it, yeah. Oh, boy, here comes Tovar with, as Giuliani says, the tools of ignorance. The catching paraphernalia. Don't get hurt, Caesar. And Tom Hall is pitching.
Ball this way. Now pitching. Batting in the number 9 position. Number 21, Hall. Now pitching. Number 12, César Tovar.
Hall is 1-1 on starts. He beat Washington and lost to Chicago.
Attention, Brett. Nettles was hit on the right wrist and forearm.
Yeah, you're right, Herb. The report on Nettles is the right wrist and forearm. He's sort of holding them gingerly down there. Hey, Tovar just made a good throw to second base. This gang likes to run, and they might try running on him. Of course, Hall, being a left-hander, could nullify some of the leads. Well, Caesar just got through taking the signs. Now he's giving them.
Mike Hirschberger, the left fielder, right-handed batter, batting .279. And the pitch is a curve low and inside. Ball 1. Hirschberger's played in about half of his team's games, a little over half. He was off to a very slow start as far as his hitting, but he's brought his average up steadily. Oh, there's one up over his head, and it's ball 2. 2-0 to count. But Caesar's really talking it up back there. He walked out in front of the plate and shook his fist at Tommy Hall and says, "Throw the ball to me, not up there." 2-0 to count. No score in the second inning. And the pitch is low. 3-0. I was just thinking, Halsey, this could very well be another first, you know. It might be the first time in history of baseball that the catcher's paraphernalia weighed more than he did. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 3-1. Green on deck, Pagliarone to foul. And the windup by Tommy Hall. Here's the pitch. Curve is low, and he walks Hirschberger. That'll bring up Dick Green.
Batting sixth, number 1, second baseman Dick Green.
Dick batting 242. Right-handed batter. Halsey told you that they have a lot of right-handed batters. Reggie Jackson and Rick Monday are the only 2 left-handers in the A's batting order today. No score in the top of the second. Tommy Hall in there now for the Twins. Takes Tovar's sign. And the pitch. It is low for a ball. 1-0. Tovar's going out to the mound to have a little conference with Tommy Hall. Maybe Tommy can't get used to seeing Tovar behind the plate, Halsey.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're supposed to be back there? Here's the pitch. Swung on, and it's popped up. Jackie Hernandez back on the outfield grass. Now comes back towards the infield, makes the catch, and there's one away. Green pops to short. That'll bring out Jim Pagliarone, the catcher. Big right-handed batter.
Well, this crowd surprises me, Herm. Considering the weather, of course, it's the last chance to see the Twins, and the Tovar gimmick was a pretty good magnet.
Pagliarone batting 246, appearing in his 65th game this year. He's been handicapped with injuries a lot this year. There's the pitch to him, and it's outside. Ball 1. And the pitch. A curve strike, and it's 1-1. All even now to Pagliarone with Monday's left-handed batter on deck. Greg Nettles holding with a runner. 1 out. Tommy Hall to the set, delivers. Screwball on outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Oakland, of course, still has a chance to finish in the first division. Right now, they're just 2 games behind the Yankees, and they are 4 games behind 4th place Cleveland. Here's the pitch, and Pagliarone takes it low. Breaking ball, that runs the count to 3-1.
Where was the pitch?
So Tommy Hall having a little difficulty finding the strike zone this inning. Behind to Pagliarone, 3-1. Mike Hirschberger leading at first. Here's the stretch. And the pitch on the way. There goes the runner, and the pitch is lined out into left field, but Allison is right there, and he makes the catch, and Hirschberger has to head back to first. 2 out. And it'll bring up the center fielder, Rick Monday.
Batting number 7, center fielder Rick Monday.
Monday batting 270. 6 homers and 46 runs batted in. He also has 7 triples and 21 doubles this year. And the pitch. Outside of ball. Speaking of extra base hits, the Senators have hit 2 homers in a game against Detroit. Rookie outfielder Dick Billings in the first with 1 on, and Brant Allier in the fifth with 2 on, and they now lead Detroit at least by 6-0 in the 5th inning behind Pasquale. They knocked out John Hiller. Patterson is now pitching. Tommy Hall delivers, and a curve is cut on and fouled at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boston is at New York today, and the Red Sox lead 4-0 at the end of 2.5. Their good-looking young catcher Jerry Moses has hit a 2-run homer. Dick Ellsworth against the Yankees' Al Downing with Verbanik in the 3rd. California at Cleveland, scoreless after 2. Dennis Bennett against Stan Williams. In Baltimore at Chicago, McNally against Horland. And the pitch is outside, a ball. 2-1 now.
In the second quarter, the Vikings 14, Green Bay nothing.
2 balls and 1 strike to count to Monday. Tommy Hall takes the sign as Hirschberger leads at first with 2 out, and here's the pitch, and it's a curve high and inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. I just put the football score up on the Twinsogram. And there's no score here in the baseball game in the 2nd inning. Tommy Hall, who has been behind every batter this inning, leans in to take the sign. The left-hander sets and delivers. Wide, he walked in. Monday gets a walk. So the A's have runners at first and second, and John Blue Moon Odom, who's a pretty good hitter in his own right. The National League, the Pirates lead the Cubs 2-1 in the last of the 4th inning. Spangler has homered for the Cubs, Alley for the Buccos. Ken Holtzman against Bob Moose. Cincinnati at Houston 1-0 Houston after 2.5. Cuellar against Arrigo. New York is Philadelphia 4-0 the Mets after 3.5. Jim McAndrew against Rick Wise. Odom takes a half swing. It is a foul, or I think he missed the ball and it popped out of Tovar's mitt. But it's a strike nevertheless. 0-1. Other 2 National League games will be on the coast. St. Louis at Los Angeles and Atlanta at San Francisco. Nothing in 1. The count to John Blue Moon Odom, who bats him right-handed. And the pitch to him is a strike, a breaking ball in there. 0-2 now. The Twins are scheduled tomorrow night at Anaheim against the California Angels. That game will start at 9:55 Central Time. Here's the stretch by Tommy Hall and the pitch on the way. Swing and a foul. Still 2 strikes. Hirschberger leading at second. Monday at first, and a pitch to Odom is swung on and missed. He struck him out with a curveball. Strikeout for Tommy Hall. So 2 left on for Oakland, and at the end of an inning and a half, it's Oakland nothing and the Twins nothing. Twin City Federal challenges American youth with these thoughts from Mercedes Bates, director of Betty Crocker Kitchens and vice president of General Mills.
In my work with homemakers of today, my thoughts are often with the homemakers of tomorrow. My challenge to you future homemakers is to build before you tear down. Prepare yourselves to build a home and family life that truly reflect your wonderful idealism. Being cynical, disgruntled, and destructive lead to no solutions. To accuse and denounce is all too easy. The difficult course is that of preparation, thought, and then action. Building is always more difficult than tearing down, but certainly it is much more rewarding for you and for America. With all her faults, America has given you some effective tools with which to build. Rebel if you must against today's values, but be adult enough to build something better to stand in their place.
Thank you, Miss Bates. Challenge to American youth is presented by the helping hand of Twin City Federal.
This is the play-by-play broadcast of the Minnesota
From Studio St. Paul, Minneapolis at 830 WCCO. Is your old washer all washed up? Well, at our own hardware store, just $199.95 buys a new Hot Point that automatically washes loads from 2 pounds to 14 pounds without special attachments. See this special Hot Point 2-speed washer right now at or through most our own hardware family service stores. The new Hot Point washer, just $199.95. The score now, Vikings 16, Green Bay nothing. Vikings 16, Green Bay nothing.
1 ball and 1 strike to Jim Holt. Leading off the second inning for the Twins, Johnny Blue Moon Odom delivers, and it is a changeup popped up in the short right. Dick Green going out, and the second baseman hauls it in for the first out. Holt was batting 202. He pops to second.
Number 24.
Now Jackie Hernandez. Jackie batting 173. One out and nobody on. No score, last half of the second. Odom kicks, he throws. A fastball is outside, and it's ball 1. Dean Chance is due to work tomorrow night. Dean will try for win number 16. And he'll be opposed by lefty Clyde Wright of the Angels. Here's the pitch to Hernandez. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch is foul behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bruce Luck is going to bat for Ted Eulander, I believe. Ted has started the game in center field, but he still hasn't completely gotten over that fractured index finger and has difficulty swinging the bat. So Bruce Luck is out on deck. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Hernandez, and it's high, a fastball, 2-2. One out, nobody on. Odom, the right-hander, delivers. Fastball bounced to third, and near the bag, it's foul. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jack Hernandez.
Yes.
Odom gave up a walk, and he hit a batter in the first inning, but with 2 on and 1 out, he got out of trouble. Here's the 2-2 pitch now to Hernandez. A bouncing ball back to the mound, grabbed by Odom, and he throws on over to Cater for the second out. 2 down. Now Bruce Luck will bat for Eulander.
For the Twins, batting for Ted Eulander, number 25, Bruce Luck.
I would guess that Bruce will stay in the ball game to do the catching now that César Tovar has pitched 1 inning and caught 1 inning. Bruce, left-handed batter, looks at a curve outside, ball 1. Let's see what Bruce is batting here. 245 for the year, 110 at bats and 27 hits. And the pitch. Fastball outside, ball 2, 2-0. No score in the last half of the second inning. As Odom delivers the 2-0 pitch, and a tie for a ball. 3-0. And the pitch is on the outside corner, 3-1. 2 gone. Nobody on. Bruce Luck batting for Ted Eulander. Here's the pitch. Swung on and lined out into center field. It's going to fall in for the base hit. A single to center for Bruce Luck, and that's the first hit of the ball game. And it'll bring up Tommy Hall. Ball rolling on the wet grass out there. And Blue Moon Odom has asked for a new ball. Luck aboard with 2 out. And Tommy Hall, left-handed batter up there against Odom, who has given up one hit now and walked one, hit one. He doesn't have any strikeouts. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. Inside a ball. 1-0. Remember, there was a lot of ballyhoo about Blue Moon Halsey a few years ago before he came up. He was really being tabbed as a great prospect, and he certainly had an outstanding year this year with the A's. Gets a strike in there, 1-1.
He broke in with some sensational shutout, didn't he? Or am I thinking of Tiant? Tiant broke in with a shutout of the Yankees.
Lou Cross certainly did, another of the A's pitchers. Shut out his first professional game. Here's a foul, 1-2.
Yes, he and Tiant. I'm not sure about Odom.
Blue Moon was signed by the Athletics 5 years ago. And at first he had a little trouble with his control. And here's a high pop-up to the right side of the infield. Dick Green, the second baseman, is under it, and he makes the catch for the third out. No runs, one hit, and one left. So at the end of two now, it's Oakland nothing and Minnesota nothing. Folks, if you ever need oil between changes, Pure pays. That's right, Pure pays when you use Pure Oil's new high HP Pure Lube 10W40 with the exclusive guarantee. See your Pure Oil dealer now and let him switch your engine over to high HP Pure Lube 10W40. If your car is still under new car warranty and you change this oil every 3,000 miles or 3 months, whichever comes first, any oil added between changes is free. Pure Oil's new high HP Pure Lube 10W40 motor oil.
Track after track, race after race, Pure Firebird Racing Gasoline travels in fast company. It's number one in racing wins, number one in track records, number one in the world of racing. That's why Pure knows how to make a powerful gasoline for you. It's called Pure Firebird Super, from the number one name in racing.
First of the third, scoreless ball game. And who came in late, César Tovar pitched a hitless inning, walked one man, and struck out one. Then he caught the second inning without any trouble. And now he's playing first base, and Bruce Look is catching. Nettles has gone to center field. Boy, this is going to be a box score.
And there's a swing and a miss by Bert Campaneris. He fouled out to Clark.
All these regular official scorers, Herb and fans, Breyer and Glenn Redmond and Bill Hingen and Arnie Gaithel and so on, no one wanted to take this game.
Oh, really?
Because did you ever see those official box scores they have to send to the Howe News Bureau that keeps the official averages?
And a curve inside now. It's 2-1 to Bert Campaneris. Jackson on deck and Cater to follow.
Boy, I filled them out for many a year. They are something.
Swing, fly ball to center field, and Nettles is back under this one. Early deep makes the catch. One down in the third inning. And it'll bring up Reggie Jackson, whom Tovar struck out in the first inning.
You have to say how many men were on base and who was at bat when a relief pitcher comes in. Stuff that never shows in the official averages, but they like to have for compilation purposes.
And the pitch here is outside a ball. 1-0. Jackson, a left-handed batter. Twins play him as a pull hitter. And here's the pitch to him. Blowing outside. Ball 2. One out, nobody on, and no score in the top of the third inning. Tommy Hall's pitch. Curve strike. 2-1. Danny Cater waiting his turn. Here's the pitch, swung on a ground ball, and it's a diving stop by Tovar. He throws to Hall, he got him. Tovar made a diving stop right on his stomach to get that ball. Got up in time to throw to Tommy Hall for the putout. Well, so far, Caesar's doing it all. Pitching, catching, and playing first. Here's Danny Cater, who walked in the first inning. 2 out and none on. And Tommy Hall delivers. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. And the pitch. Curve inside, 1-1. Halsey, after this inning, it'll be strictly routine for Caesar.
Yep, he'll play in every other position in the past.
And the pitch. Swung on a high pop-up. Jack Hernandez backpedaling onto the outfield grass. The shortstop waits and makes the catch. The side is out. 1, 2, 3. 2.5. It's Oakland, nothing. The Twins, nothing.
It's smooth going, it's smooth having a hand. It's that smooth impression that keeps refreshing you have. That's why nothing beats the smooth. Nothing beats the smooth of that smooth going when you're having a hand.
Have you tried it yet? Today's hams? Biggest beer news since they rolled out the barrel. Hams actually takes an extra brewing step to smooth out the natural bitterness of the hops. Costly to hams, but worth it. Because you get the smoothest beer you ever tasted. Hams, the smooth. America's classic premium beer.
All the flavor you want in beers and ham. The smooth. Get some today.
At the end of the first half, Minnesota Vikings 16. Green Bay, nothing.
$16 to nothing at the half. Vikings.
And the first baseman's leading off for the Twins here in the last half of the third inning. César Tovar. He had a walk in the first inning of the game and takes a strike outside corner, knee high, 0-1.
First base umpire is Bill Haller. Then it's Jerry Newdecker and Larry Knapp.
Swing and a foul back. 2 strikes. Clark on deck, and then Nettles due up. John Blumel and Odom now, the 2-strike count to Tovar. And the pitch. Way outside the ball, 1-2. 3 years ago, when Campy Campaneris played an inning at each position, he went about the routine a little differently. He pitched the 8th inning of the game and then caught the 9th inning, and it was probably, well, you never know, but it might have been the best way to do it for him that day, although he did get hurt as a catcher in the 9th inning and actually had to leave the ball game. Here's the 1-2 pitch, a double pump by Odom, and it swung on and lined out into right center, a base hit. Tovar has a single to right center. Hit number 2 for the Twins.
Next baseman, Ron Clark.
Today, Campaneris played 1 inning at each position. They were playing California and had a close game going. In the 9th inning, had Kirkpatrick. Stocky, little player for the Angels, banged into him on a play at the plate and hurt his shoulder. Now here's Ron Clark hitting a high bouncing ball down third base way. It's going foul. 0-1. No score. Last half of the third inning. Tovar's on first. Nobody out, and one strike to Ron Clark. Go to first, safe.
Well, there's a greeting to members of the Guthrie Theater Company who are here today.
And a bunt foul off to the right of the plate. It's strike two.
They had the Twins and their families the other day as guests at a preview matinee of Merton of the Movies and a reception afterwards at the Maryland Hotel. Everyone was glad to meet the other half.
Runner goes. The pitch is outside, and the ball is dropped as Pagliarone wants to throw. The ball slipped out of his hand. So Tovar goes down there with a stolen base. Number 33 for Cesar. And the pitch on the way. Outside. 2-2 now to Ron Clark. Here's a stretch by Odom, and the pitch. Swing and a pop foul off to the right. It's out of play. Count remains 2-2. What all Cesar needs to do today now, Halsey, to complete the picture would be to hit for the cycle.
And drag the infield between after the fifth inning. I thought they might harness him up for that.
I think he declined that. He said he might have to change gloves or something. There's a fake throw to second by Odom. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Clark. Tovar's on second with nobody out. Odom to the stretch, delivers. Swing and a foul at the plate off a fastball. Still 2-2. John Blue Moon Odom, the big winner on the Kansas City staff this year with 15 wins. Takes the sign. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. The slider's outside. It's 3-2 now to Clark.
The A's are wearing their gray uniforms today with the green sleeves and trimmings, and not the white shoes. Regular baseball shoes.
And the pitch. Foul back. So Ron hanging in there with him. It's still 3-2. Although Odom has been with the A's a part of each season since they signed him up, this is the first year that he's been with them all the way. Hasn't been sent out at all to the minors. Here's the stretch. And the right-hander looks to second. Taking a long look. And finally steps off. Odom is just 23 years old from Macon, Georgia. Now the stretch. And the pitch on the way. Struck him out with a high fastball. Odom strikes out Ron Clark. That's the first strikeout for Odom today. And it'll bring up Greg Nettles, who's now in center field after starting the game at first base. He was hit on the right forearm by a pitch ball in the first inning. Pitch is inside at the letters. Ball 1. No score. Last half of the third inning. Tovar leading at second with 1 out. Oakland playing Nettles towards right. The breeze continues to blow in from center field. About 12 miles an hour, and the pitch is low and inside. Ball 2. 2-0. Both the pitchers have been behind the hitters quite a bit today. Tommy Hall, who came on in the second inning, for the Twins and Johnny Odom for Oakland. Here's the stretch. The pitch. Low. Ball 3. 3-0. Waiting on deck is Bob Allison. Here's the stretch and the pitch. It's a strike. Right in there. 3-1. Odom leans in to take Pagliarone's sign. Here's the stretch to look to second, and in comes the pitch. It is strike 2 call. 3-2. The crowd thought that was a little high. Odom has given up 2 hits. Walked 1, hit 1, and struck out 1. Tovar takes his lead. Here's the set, and the payoff to Nettles is swung on and missed. Got him with a breaking ball. He struck him out. His second strikeout in a row, and here comes Bob Allison. Bob hit into a 4th in the first inning. First baseman to the shortstop. 0-0. Last of the 3rd inning. Tovar on second and 2 down. Odom goes to the set and delivers. Fastball outside. Ball 1. And the pitch. Swinging a line drive that's over first base down the right field line. Tovar will score. Allison's on his way to second. Yanks it up for the ball. Allison's going to try for third. Here comes the throw. It is not in time. A triple, and the Twins lead 1-0. A line drive right over first base and a 3-bagger for Bob Allison to score Tovar with the first run of the ball game. That is Bob's 8th triple of the year. He leads the club in 3-baggers and in home runs, and that was his 49th run batted in. So it's 1-0 Twins, and here's Rod Carew, who bounced to Cater, the first baseman, in the first inning. Odom delivers. High fastball. Ball 1. The Twins won Oakland 0 in the last half of the 3rd inning. Triple for Allison, the 3rd hit for the Twins off Odom. Here's the right-hander's pitch to Carew. Swinging a foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swinging strike, 1-2.
A good one. I want to help him out there.
And the pitch is high for a ball. The count is all even out, 2-2. Odom takes his windup with a runner on third, delivers. The fastball is lined out into left center field. Monday after the ball, and he reaches up and makes the catch. A hard hit shot to left center, grabbed by Rick Monday. 1 run for the Twins, 2 hits and 1 left. The end of 3 now. It's the Twins 1 and Oakland 0. Well, this year's TCF-o-gram season proved that thrifty folks are also very clever folks. Here again are some of the winning TCF-o-grams sent in. Your money is more, your worries are o'er, for Twin City Federal makes rich out of poor. Financial security is not a gift, it comes from thoughtful, steady thrift. Let Twin City Federal put you in the thriver's seat. Cash to spare? Go to Twin City Federal and put her there. In your pocket, money burns. At Twin City Federal, money earns. For Twin City Federal, we send up a cheer. Our funds mount up quickly as we persevere. Twin City Federal is safe today and will be when you're old and gray. But you'll feel younger in every way if you save regularly until that day. Well, Twin City Federal says thanks again for all the entries. And folks, remember, you're always welcome into any of Twin City Federal's 9 handy offices. All you have to do is look for the flashing twin clocks that tell you the time and temperature.
This is a play-by-play broadcast of the Minnesota Twins.
Studios, Minneapolis, St. Paul at 830 WCCO.
Hobbs here with a question. How would you like to save 50 hours of meal preparation time? Well, certainly you would. Serve Delirious Kentucky Fried Chicken once a week, and in a year you'll save those 50 hours. Start tomorrow. Serve the family the finest Kentucky Fried Chicken in all of the world from Delirious, naturally.
Cloudy skies in the Twin Cities, 70 degrees.
Sal Bando leading off for Oakland. The first pitch is high for the ball. He fouled out to first in the first inning. At that time, Greg Nettles was playing first base for the Twins. And the pitch is a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. What's the latest shift, Hall?
The latest shift now is Tovar to second, Hernandez to first, and Carew to short. I think this is done with a lot of interest on the part of the bosses because they want to see Carew at shortstop.
Here's a pop-up, and guess who's under it? César Tovar. Out near second, he makes the catch.
Well, he's had a chance every inning. I wonder, that would be something, wouldn't it?
It just seems to attract that baseball. Here's Mike Hirschberger, who drew a walk in the second. 1-0. The Twins lead in the fourth inning. 1 out, nobody on for Oakland. And the pitch. Fastball is foul back. 1 strike. Dick Green on deck for the A's. Nothing in 1. 1 out, nobody on. Hirschberger, right-handed batter. Twins play him straight away, and Tommy Hall delivers. Curve outside. He had a notion to check the swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tommy Hall, who took over in the second inning after Tovar pitched the first inning. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Hirschberger. Inside and low, 2-1. Tovar's inning of pitching. He got Campaneris on a foul to third, struck out Reggie Jackson, walked Danny Cater and balked him to second, and then got Sal Bando on a foul to first. Tommy Hall now with a 2-1 count to Mike Hirschberger, delivers to him, and it's a strike on the inside corner. The count is even at 2-2. Hirschberger bats out of a closed stance. And the pitch to him is a curve low. He checked his swing again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mike attended the University of Cincinnati. From Massillon, Ohio. And the payoff pitch here from Tommy Hall is swung on, bounced to the left side. It is grabbed by Clark at third. He throws to Jack Hernandez for the out at first. Third to first to play. Now Dick Green, who popped to short in the second. Two gone, nobody on. It's the Twins 1, Oakland nothing in the top of the fourth inning. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. And 2 strikes to Dick Green. Here's the windup by Tommy Hall. The pitch is low for the ball. 1-2. The Senators are leading the Tigers 6-0 after 7 in Washington behind Camilo Pascual. And the pitch. Breaking ball low and inside. 2-2 now. Hall has walked 2 and struck out 1 since he's been in there. 2 2/3 innings. The pitch to Green. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So that's the second strikeout for Tommy. And he has now retired the last 7 batters. So at the end of 3 1/2, it's the Twins 1 and the A's nothing.
Hello, this is Bob Richards. And if you know sports, you know this is an era of record-breaking performances. Records that stood for decades are being shattered by today's champions. Champions who grew up in what I call the Wheaties sports era. Does that sound corny? Maybe. But when you've heard as many champions as I have say, Bob, I was raised on Wheaties, the name begins to fit. But no matter what you call it, one thing's certain. In this era of record-breaking performances, you need energy to burn. And you get a kernel full of whole wheat energy in every Wheaties flake with its crude protein, its natural sugars, potent wheat germ, vitamins, and iron. No wonder it's a favorite with so many of today's champions. And how about you? For a great-tasting, energy-packed breakfast, get Wheaties Breakfast of Champions.
Jim Holt leading off for the Twins here in the bottom of the 4th. He popped to second in the second inning. John Bloomwood Odom on the mound for Oakland delivers to him, and it's curveball high for ball 1. Jack Hernandez is on deck. Then Bruce Look will be due up. And the pitch. Swing and a miss at a hard slider. 1 ball and 1 strike. And a pitch. It's a changeup in there for a strike. 1-2. California, Cleveland scoreless after 4 innings. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive in the center, a base hit. There's the 4th Twins hit. A line single to center for Jim Holt.
First baseman, Jackie Hernandez.
And Jack Hernandez, who played first base the top half of this inning, coming up. Jack was out pitcher to first in the second inning. And the pitch. Outside a ball, 1-0. Baltimore, Chicago scoreless in the second. Dave McNally, who has already won 20 games for Baltimore, pitching against Joe Horlin. And the pitch on the way. There goes Holt. The ball is bunted out in front of the plate. Picked up by Cater. He throws down to Green, covering it first for the out. A sacrifice for Hernandez. First baseman to the second baseman covering as Holt goes to second. And the batter will be Bruce Look. Bruce got in there batting for Ted Eulander, who started the game in center field but cannot bat because of his injured finger. And Look landed a single to center field. So the Twins now with a man on second. 1 out, leading 1-0 in the last half of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. Inside. Ball 1. Tommy Hall due up next. Here's a stretch by Odom and the pitch. Low and inside, it's ball 2-0. Red Sox are leading the Yankees 5-1 in the seventh behind Dick Ellsworth. Boy, I can't get over the job that Ellsworth and Ray Culp have done for the Red Sox this year.
It's fantastic, that Culp especially.
A one-hitter for Culp yesterday. Here's a stretch by John Odom. A look to second, the pitch on the way, and it's a strike. 2-1 now. Tigers batting in the ninth at Washington with Pasquale leading them 6-0. Here's the pitch. Swing, fly ball, center field, right at Rick Monday. And he makes the catch easily. 2 down. Holt has to stay at second. That'll bring up the pitcher, Tommy Hall. Popped up to Dick Green in the second.
Pitcher, Tom Hall.
Runner on second, 2 down. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 strike. Here's the stretch by Odom. A look to second. The right-hander's pitch. Inside a ball. 1-1. In the fifth inning in the National League at Pittsburgh, the Pirates are leading the Cubs 2-1. In the eighth inning at Philadelphia, the Mets 5, the Phillies 1. And in the third inning at Houston, it's 2-0, the Astros over the Reds. Other games, St. Louis at Los Angeles, Atlanta at San Francisco. Here's a pitch, a roller through the box, out towards Campanera near second. He grabs it and throws him out. Short to first to play. So for the Twins, no runs, 1 hit, and they leave 1 on. 4 innings now, Minnesota 1, Oakland nothing.
Now being sold here at the stadium.
What's the beer taste that nothing beats? Listen.
It's smooth going, it's smooth having a hand. It's that smooth impression that keeps refreshing you hand. That's why nothing beats the smooth. Nothing beats the smooth. But that smooth going when you're having a hand.
Have you tried it yet? Today's Hams? It's the biggest beer news since the repeal of Prohibition. Hams actually takes an extra brewing step to smooth out the natural bitterness of the hops. But it's worth the extra time and trouble, because what comes through is the smoothest beer you ever tasted. Hams, the smooth, America's classic premium beer.
To 6 now in the third quarter. Favor of Minnesota over Green Bay. And we have group sponsored by the Knights of Columbus of Indianola, Cummings, and St. Mary's, Iowa. 1-0 Twins here, first of the fifth. And now Tovar is at shortstop and Carew at second. He and Rod just switched places. Hernandez stays at first. I imagine, well, I don't know who'll go to first when Tovar goes to third. If Hernandez goes back to short or what. So, Jim Pagliarone flied to left last time. Hall's first pitch is a called strike. Bag has good power. He's a big, strong, swinging, right-handed batting catcher. They shift slightly to the left for him. Tommy bends forward, getting the sign. Coming in, fly ball into short right field. Hernandez and Carew back, and the right fielder in, and Rod makes a basket catch running toward the foul line. I don't know if you're like I am. You often hold your breath on those basket catches. There have been some great fielders make them that way. Rod only does it when he's running. Of course, the most noted exponent of it is a guy named Willie Mays. Willie catches everything in the basket. One out, left-handed batting Rick Mundy drew a walk in the second inning. Hall's first pitch, strike one called, a fastball outside, corner. The outfield shifts a little to the right. Infield plays Rick straightaway. One of the fine young ball players to come up this year. From Arizona State. Hall's pitch, low ball one. Bando, Jackson. And Rick Mundy. All from Arizona State. Tommy bent almost double as he looks for the sign. 1-1, the left-handed Rick. The pitch, the swinging strike, he curved him. That's where Bruce Haynes is, you know. The son of Thelma Haynes and the late Joe Haynes. Star pitcher at Hopkins High School, and he was 6-1 last year on the freshman team at Arizona State. He's a pitcher. 1-2 to Mundy. And it's outside 2-2. Remember, it's 1-0 Minnesota. This is the first half of the fifth inning. Get this half inning in and tear up the rain checks. Arms up and around inside. I guess it hit him. It did. You had Rick almost in the hole there and plunked him. So he's on first with one out. The batter is Blue Moon Odom. John Odom. Struck out last time. That's the second hit batsman today. Greg Nettles was hit. Odom stands up there like he knows what to do. Feet spread apart down on the end of that bat, right-handed. And they play him in normal positions. Tommy looks over toward first. And the pitch outside. It may have been a pitch out. Looked bluff to throw to first. Remember, Hernandez is on the bag, and he's playing close to it, holding Mundy, who's very fast. Someone has given Nettles a sign in center. He shifts it over to the left. Here's the pitch. It's a bunt. Straight back toward the mound. Hall fields it and throws him out. Sacrifice 1-4 if you're scoring. 1-3, rather. 1-3. Hernandez did stay on the bag and take the throw. So it's an assist for Tommy. And another put out for Jackie.
Shortstop, Campy Campaneris.
Campy Campaneris up with a tying run on second. We'll have these attendance award winners for you as we go along. They gave out 5 of them. All right, can Tom get Campy? Here he comes. Steve right call, the slow curve over the outside corner. Campaneris crouches, feet about a foot apart, a little bit of a closed stance. Very fast. Hall into the position, and the pitch, a foul back. 0-2. Bruce looked rubbing up the new ball and asks Humont for another one. The crest granted. There's the second new one. Well, Bruce handled 3 of the pellets that time. Now we'll see what Hall thinks of it. Humont throws one out. I never saw that before, Herb. He threw the ball down to Bill Haller, umpiring at first. And I guess you're going to keep it in play. Haller's just rubbing the shine off it. Dips his hands in the dirt. All right, the pitch. Foul fly to the right. This is the first time this week we've had a lot of company here in the middle deck. Been practically nude most of the week. I don't know what this crowd will go, but I think it'll hit 5 figures, which is, I think it will. Don't bet on it. But it's the best crowd we've had in a few days. People want to say goodbye and see their last ball game here at the Met. The pitch into the dirt. Is the runner going to try to score? No, he stops at third. Nope, and he fell down. Right on the old Sidaraza. It's a wild pitch, and Mundy is on third base. Look really took after that ball. You know, the other day, a runner went from first to third on a ball that got to the stands and scored what proved to be the winning run. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's twice Tommy's had his trouble with 2 strikes. All right. The windup. And it's a ground hopper toward the left of Clark. He fields it and throws the runner out at first. Boy, that was quite a play by Hernandez. Clark had to go to his left, take a high bouncer, and Campaneris was flying. Ron made a hurried throw. It crossed the bag, and Hernandez had to shift, cross his feet, and reach. And they got Campy on a close play. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on. The score after 4 1/2. Minnesota 1, Oakland nothing.
Make up your mind to have money. Make up your mind today. Hey, hey, make up your mind to have money and talk about today. Away at Twin City, Twin City, Twin City Federal. Make up your mind to grow richer, richer in a happy way. Hey, hey, make up your mind to have money and talk about today. Away at Twin City, Twin City, Twin City Federal.
$10 a week will grow into more than $11,000 in 15 years. Over $3,000 of it will be money that your money has earned in Twin City Federal dividends figured at the current passbook rate. Another example of how you can build up big money on your wages. Of course you can.
Make up your mind to go after all the things you want today. Hey, hey, make up your mind to have money and talk about today. Away at Twin City, Twin City, Twin City Federal.
Well, pitcher, catcher, first baseman, second baseman, shortstop. Oh, heck, it's Tovar leading off. And the first pitch from Blue Moon. Ball 1 low. A ground ball fielded to the left by the third baseman, Bando, and he makes a nice play to retire Tovar. Much the same type of play as before. So Caesar's 1 for 3. 1 for 2, actually. He walked. And he has his usual stolen base. Bring up Ron Clark. Clark is whiffed and popped. Right-handed batting third baseman. They don't pull any shift on for him. Odom's pitch. A hopper back toward the mound, over the mound. Fielded by Green and fumbled by Green. Dick was running to the right. It was a hard chance. But he had plenty of time, and it scored as an error on Dick Green. One of those plays, you know, a man running to his right and trying to judge the hop and couldn't pick it up. That's the first error of the ball game. Greg Nettles hit by a pitch and struck out. Odom comes in, a foul into the dirt. It's 1-0 Twins, last of the 5th. Clark on first base. 1 out by reason of an error. Odom set and comes in. Low, ball 1. 1-1. Blue Moon's ready. Here it is. Inside, ball 2. He certainly is working Nettles from the inside. He struck him out on a curve that broke down inside, and then he hit him the first time. Looks like the sun was trying to peek out over the Minnesota River. Here's a pitch and a swinging strike. It's 2-2. 1-0 Minnesota, last of the 5th. 1 out, man on. That sun looks good over there, Herb, although, of course, we're flying the other way. Blue Moon set. The pitch. Inside, there goes the runner. And the throw is out into center field. Clark steals the base and gets up and goes to third. It was ball 3 to the batter. See who gets the error. Probably Pagliarone. Yes. Pag gets the error. And it's a stolen base for Clark. And it's 3-2 now on Nettles. Next batsman is Allison. Of course, they'll pitch to Gregg. Try to. Infield comes in a little bit. Here we come. High ball 4. Bob Allison. What's this about the invincible Packers? It's 23-6 Green Bay Vikings in the third quarter. 23-6. Here's the pitch to Allison. Outside ball 1. They move the infield back. Double play position. Odom looking toward the plate, comes up, rest position, and the pitch. A foul ball. It was swinging all right. Got away from the catcher. 1-1 to Allison. Bob grounded out in the first inning and then hit a 3-bagger to the right field corner that scored Tovar for the only run of the game. Odom ready. Here we come. Low. Ball 2. 2-1. 1 out. Milwaukee Nettles on first. Clark on third. Cater is holding the bag with the runner there. Here's the pitch. A slow hopper back to the mound. And Clark is hung up between home and third, and he's out. He had to break to try to break up the double play. If he doesn't, they'll go for the double play. And Odom took the hopper. Ron was caught between third and home, and Clark threw him out to Bando. Odom did, rather. So Odom gets the assist, and Bando the putout. And now there are 2 out. The runners find Allison on first, and Nettles on second. Rod Carew. Rod is grounded out and flown out, and here's the pitch. Foul ball to the right. 1 strike. Odom set. Coming in. Outside. 1-1. Coming in again. Inside, 2-1. Yes, sir. Lots of awards today. And 10 delegations, too. The next pitch. And Rod just fouls it into the ground. 2-2. Jim Holt on deck. Jimmy got a hit last time. Twins have out-hit Oakland 4-0. And Oakland has 2 errors. Carew swinging that bat. You know how he is in that left-handed stance. And Odom gets set. The pitch. A line drive into left center field. It falls in safely. And Nettles is coming around to score, and he does score by a narrow margin. As Allison goes to third and Carew to second. It'll be scored a single and down on the throw. Jim Holt is up. A run batted in for Carew. And the left-handed Holt takes outside ball one. I think they're putting him on. Yes, they are. It's an intentional walk to get at Hernandez. Let's see. Tovar and Nettles have scored runs. And Jackie is not going to bat. He had grounded to the pitcher and laid down a sacrifice.
Will the parents of Richard
Still no. Oh, here comes
please report to the press
some running in from the bullpen to bat. Peel off the jacket, boy. It's warm enough today. Grab a stick. The bases are now full, with the Twins leading 2-0 in the last of fifth, and 2 men out. It's Dick Reese. Dickie has had good success over the years as a pinch hitter. Better last year than this. Of course, he's played more regularly this year.
Batting for Hernandez, number 20, Rick Reese.
He's taking a little time there. He doesn't want to come running in from the bullpen and grab a bat and go right up there. He dusted off with a rosin bag. Lovingly wipes it with the tar rag. Gets a little more rosin. He's really powdering it. Dick, left-handed batter. Quite close, fairly close to the plate. Holt on first. Carew on second, Allison on third. See if Oldham takes his windup. Yes, he does. And it's a swinging strike. Blue Moon has a sharp curveball. Here we come. Another swinging strike. Both on sharp breaking curves. Bruce looks on deck. Oh, Dick steps out just as Blue Moon starts his windup. All right, Odom's up and around. A hopper over the mound, but Dick Green is there for this one and grabs it, tossing to second base for the force out. So the Twins go down with 1 run on 1 hit, 2 errors, and 3 men left. And the score after 5 full innings, the Twins 2, the Athletics nothing.
Now, you say your wife has this thing about drinking glasses.
Right, Doc. You better take a look at her. She serves everything in glasses. Soup in a glass, mashed potatoes in a glass.
Really?
Yeah, because she's so crazy about the beautiful free 12-ounce glasses we get every time we buy 8 gallons of pure Firebird gasoline.
Oh?
You know, Pure Oil's big glass with gas offer. Anchor Hocking glasses in the classic honey gold Finlandia pattern.
Sounds like a very generous proposition.
You ever try to eat steak out of a glass?
Oh, look, Mr. Cunningham, your wife is acting quite normally. She's just manifesting a typically feminine trait of utilizing her valued household possessions to the utmost.
There's another thing, Doc.
Yes?
Pure gives a free matching 2.5-quart pitcher with an oil change.
Yes?
Why don't you come over for dinner tonight? We're having a pitcher full of roast chicken.
Ah, sort of like pheasant under glass.
Big deal.
Pure's free glass with gas offer at participating Pure dealers. Go now.
And this is where you hear the Minnesota Twins during the play-by-play broadcast. I ought to know my cues by now. Play-by-play broadcast of the Minnesota Twins.
From Studio St. Paul, Minneapolis at 830 WCCO. It's so nice to have some nuts around the house, especially if they're Fisher's salted in the shell peanuts. A favorite at ball games, Fisher's salted in the shell peanuts are good to have at home, too. They're perfect for snacking anytime, and Fisher's nuts are nutritious treats for the youngsters. Get some Fisher's salted in the shell peanuts today. It's so nice to have some nuts around the house. Cloudy skies, 72 degrees in the Twin Cities at 3 o'clock.
Reggie Jackson leading off in the sixth inning, takes ball one outside. All right, are you ready? Tovar, third base. The next pitch, swinging strike, 1-1. Caesar's at third, Clark at short, and Reese stays in the game and plays first. That was a simple switch for Cal at that because Reese batted for the first baseman. Reggie Jackson, left-handed batter, looks at ball two, just a little bit too low. It's 2-0 Minnesota. This is the first of the sixth. Another swinging strike. Tom's thrown quite a few curves today. He also has a good downer. Ball players tell me Tommy was faster in spring training than he is now. The pitch. A line drive base hit into short left center field. Reggie kind of reached out and half swung at that. It was more or less a sidearm pitch, too, and I don't know if Reggie was surprised, but Tom Hall looked surprised. That is the first hit, ladies and gentlemen, for the Athletics.
Double play, Tommy, double play.
And it brings up Danny Cater, good hitting first baseman. Jackson's hitting .253. There's a ground ball to short, fielded by Clark, one out at second, and a double play. Bando into a double play, 6-4-3. Clark to Hernandez. Rather to Peru, and Dick Reese polishing it off. Cox has kicked a field goal from the 29-yard line. It's 26-6. In the third period, at Milwaukee, Minnesota, over Green Bay. 2 outs. And Bando. Ball one. Cater hit into the double play. Hall's next pitch. Low, ball two. What's Sal done? Well, he's popped out to first and popped out to second. Tovar's string was broken last inning, fans. He didn't have a chance. Up with the arms goes Tommy. And it's strike one called the curveball. Bando did not like it. Ball into right field. Holt goes back near the warning track. He's under it and takes it. Bando flies out to Holt. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. No one left on base. The score in the middle of the sixth, Minnesota 2, Oakland nothing.
Have the right protection when you need it. Blue Shield. 60 million people like you have it. Blue Shield.
You hear that? 60 million people like you have Blue Shield? Really, it should be 62 million people. That's the trouble with Blue Shield. They keep growing so fast, it's tough keeping up to date. All over the country, people are switching to Blue Shield. 7 out of 10 of our country's leading companies have selected Blue Shield. And, of course, it's always been Minnesota's favorite. And the reason? Simple. Blue Shield covers more. Their great new medallion plan even pays the entire doctor bill on covered services, plus many other health care benefits which simply are not covered by any other company anywhere. Drop a card to CCO Radio today for the full story about America's most popular health care plan. That's Blue Shield. It covers more, and it covers best.
There's congratulations to Dean Chance on the board. He's the new twin season strikeout king with 223. He's broken Pasquale's record, and Dean goes tomorrow night at Anaheim. Here's Bruce Look leading off the last of the sixth, and Odom's first pitch is hit on the ground towards second. Green takes it on a big hop, almost loses his balance, and throws Bruce out at first. It's treacherous out there.
Pitcher, top ball.
Odom once fielding a ball, slipped on the grass and kept his balance. And a nice hand for Tommy Hall. So far, this is by far the best that Tommy's pitched this year. He's pitched 5 full innings, given up 1 hit. That's left-handed, gets down on the end of that bat, crouching slightly, and the pitch to him. He tries to bunt, and it's a strike. Wearing number 21, Tommy is. Here we come. Outside, 1-1. Say, you know something, folks? It's a good thing you don't have to number them by positions like in football. What would Tovar wear? Here we come. A swinging strike. Tovar would look like the arithmetic lesson on the blackboard of a grade class. Or else he'd have to change shirts every inning. Odom's next one. Ground ball towards second. Green has it, and Tommy's out at first. 2 up, 2 down. Third baseman, César Tovar. Not shortstop, not second, not first. César will wind up playing the 3 outfield positions. César has walked and singled and grounded out. He also has stolen a base. Here's the pitch to him. Curveball misses outside and low. César crouching slightly. They play him straight away. And Odom's windup. Low. 2-0. .341 of the YMCA Indian Guides of Minneapolis are here today. The next one, Steve Wright called. The curveball broke in. Odom's delivery. It's 3-1. It has grown darker again now. The home plate section arc lights are on. A little bit of a happier rim kissing the horizon out there, but the main part of the sky is a little bit owly. Here we come. A drive into left field. The boy is under it, and Hirschberger takes it. 3 up, 3 down, no hits, no runs, no errors, no one left on. The score after 6 full innings, Minnesota 2, Oakland nothing. And Twin City Federal challenges American youth with these thoughts from Stephen Keating, president of Honeywell.
The headline of an advertising campaign I saw recently stated, "The fastest way to change the world is to work in a business that does." It seems to me that this very aptly states the opportunity available to our young people today. It is the job of business to make things happen, to get things done, to change the world. Today's businesses offer young people a chance to achieve their potential faster, to make a contribution earlier than in any other career. Business has the technology, the organization, and the impetus to change the world. To accomplish this change, business needs people with vision, with daring, and with a sense of determination to accomplish. This is the environment that business offers to the young people of today.
Thank you, Mr. Keating. Challenge to American youth is presented by the helping hand of Twin City Federal, where the famous twin clocks flash time and temperature. Well, Tovar in left, Allison in center. Greg Nettles at third base. Nettles goes to third. And it's 2-0 going into the seventh. The first batsman will be Mike Hirschberger facing Tom Hall, who has given up one hit. And come on back to the wars here, Herbie.
Okay, Halls, and here we go to the seventh with Hirschberger leading off. He's walked and grounded to third. Dick Green on deck, and then Jim Pagliarone will be due up. Tommy Hall delivers, and it's a strike a fastball on the outside corner. The Twins have 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. And Oakland, no runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors. Hirschberger, right-handed batter, swings and pops a foul to the right out of play. Strike 2. Tommy Hall, who's been in there for the last 5 innings, after César Tovar worked the first inning on the mound and got the side out, striking out 1 batter, walking 1. Now it's 2 strikes to Hirschberger as Tom Hall takes the sign. And the pitch on the way. Swing, a drive to center field. Bob Allison moving to his right. Is under it and makes the catch. 1 away. 1 down in the 8th, 7th inning, and it brings up Dick Green, the second baseman. Dick has popped to short and struck out. One out, nobody on. And the pitch. A high fastball, ball 1. Two to nothing. The Twins leading here in the rubber game of this series, the last home game at the Met this year. And here's a drive to left field. Tovar is there and makes the catch. 2 down to bring up Pagliarone, who slid to left and popped to second.
Catcher Jim Pagliarone.
What's that give César today in the way of chances, Walter?
3 putouts and an assist.
Two gone, nobody on, and the big catcher Jim Pagliarone up. Here's the windup by Tommy Hall, the pitch. Swing and a miss with a fastball. 0-1. Red Sox have beaten the Yankees 5-1 behind Dick Ellsworth. Ellsworth wins his 15th game. That's the most he's won since that great year he had with the Cubs about 5 years ago, and won 22 that year. Pitch is low to Pagliarone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two out and none on. 1-1 the count. They play Pag deep to left. Tommy Hall's pitch to him. Fastball swung on. There's a high drive into left field. It's carrying deep near the fence. Tovar back there and makes the catch on the warning ball. A long drive caught by Tovar. 3 up and 3 down. And so at the end of 6 1/2, it's the Twins 2 and Oakland nothing.
Hello, this is Bob Richards. They say Americans are the hardest working people on earth, and they're probably right. But in a way, all that hard work can make us soft. We may eat haphazardly and not get enough of the right kind of exercise. So if you have just enough energy to run for the bus in the morning, take a tip from me. Begin your day with a 10-minute workout and a bowl of Wheaties. You'll be off to a better start. You'll get the exercise you need and the kind of energy you need to start the day. You see, there's a kernel full of whole wheat energy in every Wheaties flake. You get protein, wheat germ, vitamins, and iron, plus energy to burn. It's a great way to start the day. Wheaties, breakfast of champions.
The largest delegation from a community was won by the Rochester IBM Corporation in Rochester, 3,000. Aggregate attendance award, The UNIVAC division of Sperry Rand, 7,000 on July 14th and August 2nd. The most delegations from one organization, well, that's naturally the Minneapolis Richfield Legion Post 435, 110 busloads. Most out-of-state delegations, the Fort Dodge, Iowa Transportation Company, that 82 busloads. And here's the first pitch. Ron Clark, strike one. And the largest delegation from a company, the Super Value Corporation, 3,884 on August 18th.
And a changeup has Ryan swinging. Strike two the count. Nettles is on deck, and then Allison will be due up.
It's quite something, isn't it, Herm? Those delegations.
Great. Right now they're greeting some friends of Tovar's from Caracas, Venezuela, some exchange students here watching the game today.
Yeah, how about that? They're greeting them on the Fanzagram, or the Twinsagram. Exchange students from Caracas. That's Caesar's town.
Curve is low, and it's 1-2 now to Clark, and he swings and misses at an outside curveball. So it's a strikeout, and that is the third strikeout today for John Blooming Odom. Bring up Greg Nettles. Hit by a pitch, struck out and walked. A strike. Fastball over, 0-1. Twins scored a run in the third inning, one in the fifth. Bob Allison and Rod Carew have the runs batted in today for the Twins. There's a changeup that's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. The National League of Philadelphia, the Mets defeated the Phillies 5-2. Here's a pitch from Odom. Strike. 1-2 the count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Odom gets his fourth strikeout. He got the other two back-to-back in the third inning. The same two men involved.
Yankees 26, Green Bay 13. Center fielder Bob Allison.
Here's Bob Allison, who tripled over first base to drive in the Twins' first run in the third inning, and he takes a fastball, strike 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. 2-0. The Twins ahead in the seventh. Odom delivers. Swing and a miss at the fastball, 0-2. Tomorrow night from Anaheim, start of a 3-game series with the California Angels. Dean Chance will be on the mound for the Twins.
Remember, we'll be with you at 5 minutes of 10 Central Time.
There's a breaking ball on the outside corner, so Odom struck out the side, running his strikeout total to 5 in the game. 7 complete, Minnesota 2, Oakland 0.
It's smooth going, it's smooth having a hand. It's that smooth impression that keeps refreshing you hand. That's why nothing beats the smooth. Nothing beats the smooth of that smooth going when you're having a hand.
Have you tried it yet? Today's hams? Biggest beer news since they rolled out the barrel. Hams actually takes an extra brewing step to smooth out the natural bitterness of the hops. Costly to hams, but worth it. Because you get the smoothest beer you ever tasted. Hams, the smooth. America's classic premium beer.
Tonight, find out how beer is really supposed to taste. Get Hams, the smooth.
Now playing in center field, César Tovar. Now playing in left field, Bob Allison. For Oakland, batting for Monday, number 8, Joe Ruddy.
Well, here we go to the 8th inning. Well, the changes are down to a minimum this inning. Only one swap out there. Tovar goes to center, now his 8th position, and Allison moves over to left. And we're going to get a pinch hitter for Oakland. Batting for Rick Monday is right-handed batting Joe Rudy, an outfielder. R-U-D-I, Rudy, batting for Monday. Rudy batting 176. Monday had walked and been hit by a pitch ball, so did not have an official time at bat. Here's a ground ball, hammered out to short. Clark comes up with the ball and throws on over to Reese for the out. One away. One pitch, one out. Rudy retired short to first. Now John Blue Moon Odom. Oop, he's being called back. Dave Duncan is going to bat for him. Right-handed batting catcher, Dave Duncan.
For Oakland, batting for the pitcher, number 10, Dave Duncan.
Duncan batting 187. Has 7 home runs among his 42 hits. 2-0, the Twins lead in the 8th. Tommy Hall, who has been in there since the second inning, takes the sign from Bruce Look and delivers. Curve strike, 0-1. Tommy's pitched a beautiful ball game. He was a little wild when he first came in. He walked a couple of batters in the first inning he pitched. But he's had good control since then. Now the 1-strike delivery. Low outside. 1-1. 1 out and nobody on here in the top of the 8th. A curve, a swing and a miss by Duncan. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The A's rate Duncan's potential very high. He's a big, strong boy with lots of power. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They play him as a pull hitter. And Tommy Hall kicks and throws a 1-2 delivery. Breaking ball is fouled at the plate. Still 1-2. On deck, Campy Campaneris. Here's a windup by the left-hander, Tommy Hall. The pitch is a swing and a foul back. It's going to be out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Duncan is 6'2", a 200-pounder. He's just 23 years old. Here's the pitch to him. Another breaking ball is up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two years ago, Duncan was playing in the California State League for Modesto, and he led that league in homers that year. 46 home runs. That was just 2 years ago. Now the 2-2 pitch to him. Swing and a foul back. Still 2-2. 46 in the California State League.
That's a lot anywhere.
I don't believe they play about 40 game schedule.
Well, no more than that.
Two and 2 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Twins leading 2-0 in the 8th. Last year, Duncan caught at Birmingham, and he was voted the Southern League's All-Star catcher last season. Swings and lines one out into center field. It's falling fast and is in for a base hit. Picked up out there by Tovar. So Duncan gets the second Oakland hit, a looping single into center field.
Shortstop, Campy Campaneris.
That'll bring up Bert Campaneris, the shortstop. And looks like the running specialist, Halsey.
Lewis?
Alan Lewis. Going in to run for Duncan.
Running for Duncan. Number 15, Lewis.
Lewis spent most of this year with the Birmingham. Now Campaneris, who's 0 for 3, is fouled out, fly deep to center, bounced to third. Tom Hall sets, delivers. Swinging a line drive into right center field. Fielding the ball out there is Tovar. Lewis speeding on to third. Campaneris holds at first, and the A's have runners at first and third. And it's the first or the second time in the ball game they've gotten a runner as far as third. Jackson will be the batter. Solid single by Campaneris.
Yes, sir. Well, Lewis went around, but it was a little bit too much to ask him to score on that. Now a huddle at the mound. Early Wynn goes out. Clark, Look, and Hall. Campy went for the first pitch there. Final score, 26-13, Vikings. Still waiting. Tom's in there. He stays in.
Couple of dangerous men coming up here now for Oakland. Reggie Jackson was struck out, grounded to first on a fine stop by Tovar, and then had a broken bat single last time up. It's a ground ball just foul outside of third. Nothing in one. Danny Cater on deck. 2-0. The Twins leading in the eighth. Go to first. Safe.
Pretty good double steal pair.
The stretch. And the pitch. There goes Campaneris. The pitch is low and outside to throw down to second. He is safe, a stolen base. So Campaneris has stolen his 57th base of the year. So they have the tying run on second now. Campaneris with Lewis on third and one out. The count to Jackson, 1 ball and 1 strike. So the A's posing their most serious threat of the ball game. Infield's going to play up 2 or 3 steps. Here's the stretch by Tommy Hall and the pitch to Jackson. Curve low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Al Worthington throwing in the Twins bullpen. Stretch by Tommy Hall, and the pitch on the way is a curve swung on a miss. 2-2 to Jackson.
It is getting darker.
Like Tovar with the Twins, every time Campaneris steals a base for the A's, it sets a new club record. He stole 55 last year. 52 the year before and 51 the year before that. The curve is low and outside here to Jackson. So the count now is 3-2 to Reggie Jackson. Tommy Hall giving him a diet of curveballs and trying to be careful with him. And understandably so. Jackson has hit 28 home runs this year for the Athletics. Has driven in 72 runs. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lewis leading at third, Campaneris at second, with 1 out. Here's the stretch by the left-hander, and the pitch on the way. It's a curve and a little number out towards the mound. The runners will have to hold up. The throw to first base is low, and he's safe. The ball bounces away, and it's recovered quickly by Reese, but he could not come up with a low throw. It'll be an error for Tommy Hall on the throw to first. It was in the dirt, and Rich Reese could not come up with it cleanly. And this apparently will be the time for a pitching change. Manager Cal Irmer's going out, and I believe he wants Worthington with Cater and Bando due to come up.
You know, you can see that coming, Herb. You can see that coming. Hall was in such a hurry, he didn't have control of that ball. He actually had juggled it and then thrown it while he was juggling it. And let's take a 30 here. This is a play-by-play broadcast of the Minnesota Twins.
Studios, Minneapolis, St. Paul, WCCO. It's inventory reduction time at Lindahl Oldsmobile on the freeway where the action is. More than 150 brand new 1968 Oldsmobiles are drastically reduced. Plus, Lindahl promises you top allowance on your trade-in. Immediate financing and immediate delivery at this tremendous inventory reduction sale at Lindahl Oldsmobile on the freeway where the action is, just across from Ward's, Southtown. From the WCCO Radio News Bureau, a second Colombian airliner has been hijacked, apparently is on its way to Cuba with 57 passengers. Earlier, a Colombian airliner with 80 persons aboard was hijacked. It is now landed in Cuba.
Alan Worthington. Say, Al hasn't pitched in over a week. There's a nice hand for Tommy Hall, and he deserves it. Used to give Worthington about every other day, didn't we, on these stats, folks? It's his 53rd game. He's still 10 behind Peranowski. He's won 4 and lost 5. He has 15 saves. .73 innings pitched, 67 hits. He struck out 54, and his earned run 2.96. Well, Al got himself below 3. So it's 2-0 Twins, first of the 8th. A man on third, a man on second, and a man on first for the A's with 1 out. We also greet here the March Bar from McGregor, the Moose Lodge of Ames, and Havelock, Iowa. The Eagles Airy, number 33 of St. Paul, the Red Arrow Bar of Minneapolis, and Gordy's Place, back again from Little Canada. Danny Cater, the batter. Did a double play last time.
Danny's 0 for 2. He walked in the first, then popped up in the third. Bases are loaded now with 1 out, and the Twins leading 2-0 in the 8th. Lewis on third, Campaneris on second, Jackson on first. They can all fly, and the pitch is low, ball 1 to Cater.
And 24 official at bats.
Nice job by Tommy. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike. That ball's over the outside part of the plate. Cater likes to hit it to the opposite field. One ball and 1 strike to count. The infield playing up a double play position. The outfield is straight up. In fact, Tovar is a little bit, maybe 2 or 3 steps towards right field. Up. Frank Dumont is charging over towards the Oakland dugout.
Boy, he's a fearsome-looking object, too, isn't he? Frank is a former offensive guard for the New York Giants football team.
Like he was pulling out to lead the interference that
Yes,
time.
he
Wonder what
did.
caused that.
I don't know, then.
The first pitch was a ball, and the next one was a foul, so I don't know what they could have been on him about. Here's a fly ball into center field. It is medium deep out there. Tovar makes the catch. The runner on third is going to score, but they hold the other runners. It's now 2-1 as Lewis flies home with the first Oakland run. A sacrifice fly credited to Danny Cater. And a quick throw there by Tovar to keep Campaneris at second, Jackson at first. So it's the Twins 2 and Oakland 1, and the batter will be Sal Bando. He is fouled out, popped up, and flied to right. Credit Danny Cater with his 58th run batted in on the sacrifice fly to center. Runners at first and second, 2 down. And Al Worthington working out of the stretch now. Delivers. Swing and a foul right over in the Twins dugout on the first base side. One strike.
There cannot be any earned runs because that would have been the third out, you see. If Hall doesn't commit his error.
The stretch. And the pitch. Swing and a foul down and back. Strike 2 the count. Well, that sidearm curveball.
Here's the attendance today, fans. It's 11,340. 11,340. 2 strikes on Bando.
Worthington checking his sign. They play Bando straight away. Here's the stretch by Al and a 2-strike pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. Campaneris leading at second. Jackson at first. The stretch by Worthington. And here's the pitch. A curve outside. He had a notion to check the swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A nip and tuck situation here in the top of the 8th with the Twins leading by 1 run, 2-1. Even count to Sal Bando with 2 on and 2 out. Worthington takes the sign. Still looking down to Bruce Luck. Now he's ready. Here's the stretch. And the 2-2 pitch. He struck him out. It was a swing. He tried to check up but went too far. And Worthington struck him out to retire the side. So for Oakland, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 Twins error, 2 left. Last of the 8th coming up, the Twins 2 and the A's 1. During 45 years spent in the community, Twin City Federal has gotten into the habit of being of service in big ways and small. For example, take the Helping Hand service. This is Twin City Federal's way of helping organizations inform people of their activities through use of radio and television time, sponsored by Twin City Federal. A much smaller service, but a pleasant one, is Twin City Federal's habit of having little gifts handy for you when you stop in. Not expensive, but they are useful. And then, of course, there's the Twin City Federal habit of paying a generous return regularly. Yes, in big ways and small, Twin City Federal puts a lot of thought into serving you and the community. Could be why they lead the way in thrift, you know. And say, speaking of habits, the habit of saving will lead you to the wonderful habit of having money when you need it. So save with the Twin City Federal folks, where the famous twin clocks flash time and temperature.
Last of the 8th, the Twins will have Carew. Leading off, no pitcher on the mound yet for the Oaks. Also, we welcome the Elks Gopher Lodge 105 of St. Paul and the Clarence LaBelle VFW host of Minneapolis. Paul Lundblad.
Number 8, Joe Rudy. Now center field, Reggie Jackson. Now left field, or right field, Mike Hirschberger.
One change in the outfield. Hirschberger stays in but goes to right field. Jackson and the newcomer is Joe Rudy, R-U-D-I. He's in left field, and the pitcher is Paul Lundblad. That's a good Minnesota name. He's left-handed. He's 4-3 with a fine earned run average of 2.45, which is 45th game. And yet, how about this? He's only pitched 55 innings. He's given up 49 hits.
The run against Hall was unearned.
Struck out 40.
Against Hall unearned. Second baseman, Rod Carew.
Drew steps in to face Lindblad.
There's a smash into right field. A base hit. So Carew comes up with his second hit. A sharp single to right center field. Drives 2 for 4, and it brings up Jim Holt. Jim has popped to second, single to center, and had an intentional walk. Officially, he's 1 for 2.
Gee, right away, there's 3 left-handers to face him. 4. Don't see that very often.
Looking for a bunt here, and the ball is bunted in front of the plate. Picked up by Bandol. He throws on to first base for the out. Third to first. Cater, the first baseman, took the toss, so it'll be 5-3 on the put out on the sacrifice by Holt. Here's Rich Reese. Rich got into the game in the 5th inning batting for Jackie Hernandez and hit into a second to short force out. Twins leading 2-1. Last of the 8th with a runner on second and 1 out.
Sacrifice 5-3. 5-3.
Stretched by Lindblad. Here's the pitch. And a curve strike. Big sweeping curveball. 0-1. Campaneris coming in to have a word with Lindblad. Six hits for the Twins. Carew, the only player with more than 1 today. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. It is swung on and fouled at the plate. Just a half swing by Rich. 0-2 now. Bruce Luck is on deck. Paul Lindblad, 27-year-old left-hander from Chanute, Kansas. Goes to the set, delivers, and it's swung on and missed. He struck him out with a curveball. Reese strikes out, so there are 2 down in the 8th. Then they'll bring up Bruce Luck. Bruce is single, fly to center, and bounce to second. Twins wanting to get this run in here with a 1-run lead in the last of the 8th, and the A's in the 9th have Hirschberger, Green, and Pagliaroni as the scheduled batters. Here's the pitch. Curve is low. Ball 1. Carew leading at second. Here's the pitch. A curve hit on the ground back to the mound. Speared by Lindblad, and he throws to Cater for the final out. For the Twins in the 8th, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. 8 innings. The Twins 2, the A's 1.
The day before a big stock car race, the racing crews give their engines a final tuning to wring out every last bit of power. That's the sound of power. Power that comes from pure Firebird racing gasoline. The racing gasoline that's number 1 in records, number 1 in racing wins. Pure has been supplying gasoline for racing for over 50 years. And today, Pure is the number 1 supplier of racing gasoline in the world. That's why Pure knows how to make a powerful gasoline for you. Pure Firebird Super, from the number 1 name in racing.
Well, is this the farewell half inning of the Twins? To the Athletics. Field to score against Worthington.
César Tovar.
They tie it up or go
Now
ahead.
center field.
And Tovar in right field and Holt in center.
All nine.
Allison in left. And on the Twinsogram, congrats, Cesar, for a job well done. And 4 exclamation marks. Humans looked as much toward that athletic bench as he had towards the pitcher. It's a left-handed swinger coming up.
Get the leading lady, Allen.
And I mentioned Bob Kennedy has a pretty good bench.
Number 12, Donaldson.
John Donaldson, left-handed hitting infielder. I think he was in the Twins chain too once, Herb.
Yes, he was, also. He's batting for Mike Hirschberger here. Mike had walked, grounded out, lined to center.
He's a poke hitter. I mean, he can spray a ball to any field.
Donaldson batting .221, has 79 hits for the season. He's had some good years in the minor leagues with the bat.
He's never hit below 300.
And the pitch is swung on. It's popped foul over by the A's dugout. Let's see if there's room. And nope, the ball hits on top of the dugout, bounces up in the seats. Greg Nettles gave it a big try there, but couldn't get to it. So it's 1 strike to Donaldson. And the Twins have 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Oakland 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 errors. Dick Green due up next. Swing, there's a fly ball to right center field. Chasing Holt over there, and he makes the catch. Jim Holt in center field for the putout. 1 down in the 9th inning. And now Dick Green, who has popped to short, struck out and lined to left. The A's right-handed batting second baseman.
He's the guy liable to poke that outside pitch into right, too, like Keeter.
And the pitch is low. Ball 1, a curveball down there. Too low. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jim Pagliarone, the catcher, due up next. The windup by Worthington. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Off to the right of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One out, nobody on. And there's a swing, and he couldn't check in time. It was a low outside pitch breaking away from him, and Green took the half swing, and Humon called him out. So Worthington gets his second strikeout. The other one was very much like that one on Bando last inning. He couldn't check his swing in time either. Here's Pagliarone. This fella can hit the ball a long way. He has twice sent long fly balls to left and has popped to second. 2-1. The Twins leading here in the 9th. Curve bending in for a strike. Nothing in 1. And the pitch. Outside a ball. 1-1. There's a windup by Al. In comes his pitch. Outside and low. A ball. 2-1 now. Twins scored today in the 3rd and the 5th inning. Oakland got its run in the 8th. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch on the way. The swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All even on the count to Pagliarone. Breeze blowing in from right center field. And the 2-2 pitch to him. Inside a ball. 3-2. Well, we're right down to the end of the count here.
Rick Mundy next. How's this is still not pitched to him?
Here's the windup, the 3-2 pitch. He swung on a ground ball to the left side. At shortstop, Clark up with it. Here's the throw to first. The game is over. The Twins win it 2-1 as Spangleroni grounds out short to first. And in the ninth inning, 3 up and 3 down. So the final score, the Twins 2 and Oakland 1. Say if you haven't tried Hams the Smooth yet, here's an idea. Have a party soon and invite some beer lovers over. Fill your bathtub up with ice and drop in a couple of cases of the Smooth. Then find out what beer is supposed to really taste. Well, because if you're a beer drinker, you know about the natural bitterness the hops leave in beer. Holds back the smooth flavor that's always been in beer. Well, Hams has found a way, an extra brewing step now, to smooth out the natural bitterness of the hops. Costs more time and money, but it's well worth it. Because the Smooth tastes the way beer was always meant to taste. Bright, sparkling flavor that never flattens out halfway down the first glass. With Hams, a fine beer flavor comes through, and it comes through smooth. Glass after glass, the Smooth from Hams. America's classic premium beer since 1865.
You know what I noticed, Herb and Larry and ladies and gentlemen? Fans are seemingly, a lot of them, reluctant to leave the park. They're standing, some of them are going. The last Twins they will see are the gentlemen from the bullpen. And the Twins take the series with a summary. Oakland, 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors. Minnesota, 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher, Tom Hall, and Al Worthington gets his 16th save of the season. The losing pitcher, Blue Moon Odom, settled down and pitched nice ball. He was the starter. And that attendance today, incidentally, fans, winds the Twins up with a total attendance of 1,143,257. 1,143,257. And remember that we'll be with you tomorrow night at 9:55 Central Time. The Twins are going to open a series at Anaheim against the Angels. And that'll be a 3-game affair, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights. Thursday is open, then Friday and Saturday and Sunday against these same Athletics at Oakland. Your announcers have been Merle Harmon and Halsey Hall, or rather Herb Carneal and Halsey Hall. Merle...
Get that straight by next year, will you?
All right. Merle Carneal and Herb Harmon. No, Merle was away on another assignment. So it's been Herb Carneal, Halsey Hall, the producer Larry Jago, and the engineer Jimmy Erickson. And the final score once again, before 11,340, Minnesota 2 and Oakland 1. Tack.
This game was brought to you by Hams. Hams smooths out the natural bitterness of the hops. What comes through is the smooth. Switch to Hams. You'll taste the smoother flavor. Buy the 9 offices of Twin City Federal, where your savings have a great future. Twin City Federal, where the famous twin clock flashes the time and the temperature. Buy your Pure Oil dealer, who reminds you to fire up with Firebird Super, #1 name in racing gasoline. Get it at the sign of Pure. Buy Wheaties, Breakfast of Champions, a Big G cereal from General Mills. There's a kernel full of whole wheat energy in every Wheaties flake. And by New Blue Shield, a health care plan especially designed for you and your family. That's Shield, New Blue Shield. Herb Carneal's Scoreboard Show is coming up next on CCO.
It's here now, another great money-saving event at your local Ideal Drugstore. It's your Ideal Drugstore's big green tag sale with savings in every department, plus you can win a free year supply of Plus White Plus toothpaste. Listen to these sensational bargains. The all-new Bishop Altogether, all-in-one hair, shampoo, conditioner, and rinse, sale priced at only 99 cents. Save 39 cents on a 12-ounce bottle of Micron Antiseptic mouthwash, sale priced at only 76 cents. Allerest 24s for hay fever sufferers, only 76 cents. VO5 10-ounce hairspray, a great bargain, only 77 cents, limit 2 per customer. Save 51 cents on Gillette adjustable Techmatic razor. Save 12 cents on Eveready's alkaline battery, the battery with longer life, sale priced at only 38 cents. Just a few of the many super specials during your Ideal Drugstore's big green tag sale. And don't forget to register for a year's supply for 2 of Plus White Plus toothpaste. An ideal drugstore near you, such as Schofield Drug, Cannon Falls, Kemper Drug in Perham, City Drug in Bemidji, Presley Drug in Malacca, and Anton Pharmacy at 879 South Smith in St. Paul. Now, Herb Carneal's Scoreboard Show, brought to you by your local Ford dealer, who invites you to test drive his great all-new 68 Fords and then make your move to Ford country. Now, here's Herb with all the scores.
Well, hi again, everybody. And on our scoreboard in the American League at Washington today, the Senators defeated the American League champion Tigers 6-0, ending the Tigers' win streak at 11. And a fine four-hitter for Camilo Pascual, who wins his 13th against 12 losses, beating John Hiller. Home runs for the Senators today, rookie Dick Billings in the first inning, 1 on, and Brant Allier in the fifth with 2 on. Washington 6, Detroit nothing. Boston at New York, the Red Sox defeated the Yankees 5-1, a four-hitter for Dick Ellsworth, who wins his 15th game of the year. Al Downing, the loser. Jerry Moses hit a 2-run homer for Boston, and Frank Fernandez a solo for the Yankees. 5-1 the Red Sox over New York. Playing at Cleveland now in the ninth inning, the Indians lead California 2-1. Tony Horton has homered for Cleveland. Stan Williams started with Romo in the eighth, and for California, Bennett, Patton, and Keeley have pitched. Baltimore at Chicago. It is 3-0 Baltimore in the last of the seventh. Brooks Robinson is homered for the Orioles, and Dave McNally going for his 21st win of the year, pitching for Baltimore, with Joe Horland for the White Sox, relieved by Wilbur Wood in the seventh inning. And in just a minute now, we'll take a look at the scores of the other games. Say, folks, here's a tough problem that many families have to face nowadays. What do you do when you can't get along with just one car, but you can't afford to buy a second new car? Well, you know, it's really not such a tough problem after all. What do? Well, you go to your Ford dealer's A1 used car lot, and you get that second car you need at a price you can afford to pay. Yes, your Ford dealer's just the man to see. With his wide selection of used cars to choose from, you're almost certain to find a car that suits your fancy at a price that's anything but fancy. And he'll make it easy for you to become a two-car family. But say, what good is saving money on a second car if in the long run you get stuck with a lot of costly repair bills? You want that tested, and that A1 label is your assurance of serviceable condition. So remember, for a reliable used car at a reasonable price, see the man with the best used car deals in town, your Ford dealer. Now in the National League today at Pittsburgh, it was the Pirates 5 and the Cubs 1. Gene Alley and Roberto Clemente homered for the Buccos, Al Spangler for Chicago. Bob Moose the winner, Dal Canton relieved in the seventh, and Holtzman the loser. Over 27,000 at Pittsburgh for that one. Cincinnati at Houston, it's 4-0 Astros in the last of the seven. Jimmy Wynn is homered for Houston behind Mike Cuellar. Jerry Arrigo started for the Reds with Kelso and McGinn in relief. At Philadelphia, the Mets defeated the Phillies 5-2. Jim McAndrew, the winner, with Cardwell in the sixth. Rick Wise, the loser. Grant Jackson and Dick Farrell in relief. St. Louis at Los Angeles, scoreless after 3 innings. Pitching there is Bob Gibson for the Cardinals, going for number 22, and Don Sutton for the Dodgers. Atlanta at San Francisco, the Braves were leading 2-0 at the end of 2.5, but Willie McCovey has hit a 3-run homer in the last of the third for the Giants, so the Giants now lead at least by 3-2 at Atlanta. Well, here at the Met today, the Twins ended their home season the same way they begun it, with a win. They defeated the Oakland A's today 2-1 in a well-played ball game in which César Tovar, the Twins' great versatile little ball player, played all positions. He started out pitching and retired the A's without a run in the first inning, striking out one batter and walking one, and then he played all other 8 spots. The RBIs for the Twins today went to Bob Allison and Rod Carew, and a nifty relief job by Al Worthington saved the win for Tommy Hall. So for the Twins today, it was 2 runs from 6 hits, 1 error, and 8 left on. And for Oakland, they had 1 run, 3 hits, they made 2 errors and left a total of 4 runners on base. Tommy Hall got the win. He's 2-1, with Worthington in the 8th getting his 16th save of the year. John Blue Moon Odom with the first 7 innings lost his 10th. He's won 15. Lindblad worked the 8th. And the attendance today was 11,340, and so the home attendance for the year at the Met was 1,143,257. So the Twins won the rubber game of the series here from Oakland 2-1 today, and now will wing their way to close out the season from the West Coast. They'll be playing the Angels at Anaheim, starting a 3-game series tomorrow night. It'll be Dean Chance going for the Twins, and it'll be lefty Clyde Wright going for California. I'd like to thank all of the engineers at WCCO. Today it's been Jim Erickson, and now this is Herb Carneal, inviting you to be with us for the broadcast tomorrow evening starting at 9:55 when the Twins will take on the Angels in Anaheim, California.
Ford dealer who invites you to test drive his great all-new 68 Fords and then make your move to Ford country.